Hello! Oh, hello! Welcome! Hopefully you can hear us. Let me know if you can't. But welcome to episode 2 of our Studio Ghibli themed D&D campaign with these wonderful people around me. I will introduce myself. I am Hannah, Louise Hannah. I'm so bad at this. And I stream and I play Hazel, who is a 3'3" little gnome druid, and she's not small. She's actually very tall. Yeah, that's her. Jude.
Hello.
Take it away.
It's me, Jude, your local chaotic bisexual. I'm known as Mermaid Pearl around the internet. My pronouns are they, she. Emphasis on the they. And I'm playing Delphine, who is a School of Divination wizard. She's a noble. She's also a high moon elf. And she's 5'10", because I guess we're listing our heights now.
It's a personality trait, okay?
5'10". She's V tall. But also V serious. And I don't know. I'm excited. Who's next? I don't know what the order is.
What's the order?
Chrispy.
Hello. My name is Chrispy, or Chrispy Gameplay. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Barnaby Swithfoot, who is a vagabond kind of different kind of take on a rogue character in a D&D universe. He's kind of just a rambling, shambling this way and the other guy who just, well, let's just say I rolled low on wisdom and high on intellect. So he's book smart, but he doesn't know what to do with it. And he often makes poor decisions, as you guys, if you saw the first episode, probably know. So yeah, that's me.
So I love him.
And Dan.
Hello, my name's Dan, aka Daydreamer Dan. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch. I am playing Rialto, the water Genasi. I always want to say Ganansai, but that's not right. Water Genasi monk. He is a somewhat stoic individual, but he is very caring and cares for all of those around him and just wants to bring balance. He likes the whole idea of balance and all that jazz. And yeah, that's who I am playing today. And I am going to pass it off to whoever's next.
Damn.
I'm the last one.
Yeah.
I am Cat, or Cat Scratch. Pronouns are she, her. I am the DM, and I'm the one who throws chaos and or love at my players and just hopes for the best and wants nothing but the best for your rolls. Nothing but the best.
Sure. Before we jump in, I'll just introduce. Oh, very well timed, Mike. Thank you so much for the tip. Our beautiful chaos bar over here. If that fills, Cat is allowed to do something chaotic and wild. And last week it was a bunch of chickens, and this week. I don't know. Who knows?
We didn't get any guess or primer.
Who could ever guess?
Yeah.
Who could say?
So, yeah, I think that's it.
It's more chickens.
More chickens.
A chicken.
Chimkins.
Chickens are always an option in
Chimkins.
any part of this, whether it's mayhem or just living. But yeah, do we want to do a quick rundown of last week, or do we want to just jump in? I guess I should have asked this before we started.
Do a rundown. Go for it.
Okay. So last week we started in the city of Felden, which is outside of Weldstone, which is the war-torn town that we are actually here to try to save. We hung out and met our wonderful players and our wonderful adventurers in a nice tea house. Before we got to even meet everyone there, however, the chaos of chickens began, and they all ran around trying to save these chickens from running into Weldstone and being in danger, and ended up giving them back to, I believe, who we've deemed as Chicken Daddy. And so he was reunited with his chickens before all of our adventurers gathered. And then they met Jeremy, who was actually someone who worked with General Ronith, who is actually who wanted our adventurers to meet him in Weldstone to help him bring peace to the land, because there has been centuries of war against the people and the forest. And we are not 100% sure what has spurred this, but we are there to try to help. As we went and we got to go into Weldstone and we followed Jeremy, we ran into the military base that was kind of just guarding all the people on the edge of Weldstone from the forest or the Undying Thicket. We met General Ronith, who is a very charismatic, beautiful elven man who truly does just want the best for his people and does whatever he can to protect the people of Weldstone. However, you did get a little bit of a warning about a wild lady perhaps running the streets that wasn't so pumped about the army and the fighting, but seemed more on the forest side and was very, very driven to make sure that the forest is protected. Yes, the people are important, but the forest is truly where their heart lied. And that was Pim. And we got to know a little bit about her as a sludgy, shadowy beast came in and attacked the base, and our wonderful adventurers faced off against them. And before hitting that final blow, Pim ran out, protected it, laid her hands on the beast, and actually released the hate that had driven it into the town. And we revealed our very first animal forest spirit, and this wonderful, miraculous boar tapped heads with Pim and went off on its way. And then, of course, Ronith and his wonderful sidekick, Theris.
His wonderful side piece.
Side
Sorry,
piece,
I didn't
and
give
we
you the
love
backstory.
him.
Oh, it's like that. I mean,
Theris came up
like that.
and Pim did seem a little bit brash against them, and they didn't seem to really get along that well. There might have been some history in between there. And basically, you have been left with Theris, and Pim said she is also joining you on this venture. And Theris said, well, shall we head off into the forest?
There's that voice.
And we
There's that
left
voice.
it at that. However, Pim is ready to go, but she looks at you and she goes, you know what? I'll go wait with Theris, but we're gonna wait on the edge. You guys need to go and talk to Rick. I think that Rick could really give you some items that might help. And just, I don't know, you haven't been out here, so I feel like I want you to be protected. Note that. And she kind of leans in. She goes, so people don't really like me, and they're also a little bit off about Rick, but I think she'll like you a lot, and she could really, really help you before we... Well, I'm just scared. I don't want you guys to get hurt in the forest. We've been out there, and Theris is fine, but I want you to be safe.
Rick!
okay, wait. Hold on. I believe that. Okay, we could.
And as Pim sees Barnaby jumping and screaming, Rick! She goes, well, actually, you can kind of see the tip, and you see a nice little kind of like a tail reaching out over some of the buildings, more of the middle, into the middle of town. She goes, if you follow that tail, you'll be right at Rick's. Her place is called the Paw of Protection, so you should be able to find it there.
The paw of
Her there.
protection. Interesting.
Oh. Does the tail belong to Rick?
It's not Rick's tail, no, but it's, well, it depends. If you say is the building, it is Rick's building, and so then the tail would be Rick's building's tail, but it's not.
The
Rick's
building
tail.
has a tail.
The building has a tail.
Building has a tail.
Okay, so I think the building is this way, and Delphine's gonna start like
Yeah.
walking in that direction.
We'll meet you over
Tail
by
building.
the
That
edge.
sounds-
And she kind of points, and Theris is already walking over to the edge, and you can kind of see just like an opening from where the tents and stuff are that goes to the forest, and y'all can meet them there when you are done at Rick's. So you guys start heading into town and kind of walking around, and you slowly approach this building, and it truly does look like an entire like building that was formed to look like a cat. Like the tail that was spoken of was actually a chimney, but formed into a cat's tail. The front is the opening. There's like a cat head on top, and the paws brace around the door that y'all can go inside.
What was this place called again? Cat.
Paw of Protection.
Paw of protection.
I think Barnaby like leans into Hazel and goes, I don't really like cats. They tend to break things.
Okay. Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah.
Whoa. Imagine that. Wow.
Imagine. Wow.
Rialto's eyes start twitching for no reason. Maybe a potassium deficiency or something. I don't know.
Delphine walks forward and tries to open the door.
Okay. You see that on the front, as a knocker, there's actually kind of a little yarn ball attached, and you look and press the door, and as you push, it does open, and the yarn ball kind of moves and taps, and it sounds a lot heavier than a normal small little yarn ball would be, but very thematically, everything's cat themed, of course, and it knocks, and the door opens, and you hear, hello.
Hello.
Rick?
And yep, and you speak, and be out from back, you see the curtains kind of open in a back room, and out comes this very tall elven woman, very, very long silver hair, and large glasses that are a little bit fogged up, but somehow she still sees you.
I love her.
How can I help you?
We were just with Pim, and Pim said you may have some magic items for us.
Pim, I love Pim. She's so wonderful. What a magical little creature. Do you know her well?
We just met her.
Yeah, we met her very recently.
Oh, so you're all best friends already. I'm so excited. She probably sent you my way for some gear. I assume that she has grabbed you and you're ready to fight and protect the forest. And honestly, I think that's very admirable.
What?
You say this like this isn't the first time something like this has happened.
And she just stares at you and she goes, anyway, so you would like some gear. Yeah, of course. You know what? And she kind of like walks over to Delphine and she looks at you and she goes, there's something about you. I know exactly what I can get you. Oh, give me one moment. And she rushes into the back, and this just long, very elegant, but there's something like really odd about her, you know, but so there's like an elegant, quirky movement. It's awkward and yet beautiful at the same time. And she walks into the back, and the curtains go to the back and they flop closed, and you just hear rambling through stuff and some clinking and some clanging. And she goes, I found it! And she walks out and she goes to Delphine, and I will be sending, I guess I'll send it to all of you. She walks out with this cloak, and she goes, don't take this the wrong way, but I get a very batty feel from you. Not catty, batty. I just feel the darkness, the secretive of a little nice bat. And she hands you this cloak, and it is called Cloak of the Bat.
Wait, where did you send this to me?
I sent it to the studio. Yeah, so I'll just put all the items that y'all get right in there. If it doesn't add directly to your character sheet, it could be because some of them are like homebrew items, but I thought they were all cool. So.
I love this. Thank you.
So she gives you that, and she goes, if it doesn't fit, let me know. I can try to size it differently, but just go ahead and try it on. Tell me what you think. And you, bunny boy, what? I bet you hop into danger a lot, don't you?
Well, I do
You're
hop.
quick.
I'm a rabbit.
You do hop. You probably are moving a little bit too fast. You probably are not in the greatest of situations all the time. I know exactly what I have for you as well. And she goes and like just kind of behind her counter, and she moves, and you actually hear meow, and you see a cat run out from behind the counter and just like go and curl up kind of by your feet and just look. And you hear her rummaging around, and you kind of start to see like little sparkly dust start kicking up, and she goes, oh God, oh no. And you can see that it lands on this book, and the book disappears as it starts to coat it. And she goes, okay, so you're gonna want to be very careful with this one. I'll find that later. And she goes and she gives you a nice little bag. And it's called Dust of Disappearance. She said, I have a feeling that you get into situations very quickly, but this might help you get out of them. Just in case. So you have that. Again, don't know if it's in there for you to add easily, but there's all the notes if you need them.
How many uses does it have? Or is it just like...
I'm going to give you... She gave you enough to use probably 5 times.
Okay, I'm going to immediately use it one use and cover Hazel in the powder.
All right, so immediately you saw her tell you, and she's like, "Be careful with this. You don't know what." And all of a sudden, you kind of sprinkle this dust. You kind of pour a bit on Hazel, and you start to see Hazel start shimmering and disappear. And go ahead.
Am I watching myself? Oh my god! Okay.
Oh my god.
It's a 2d4, right?
Yeah.
2d4.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my
so
God.
for 4 minutes, Hazel, you are invisible.
I'm invisible to myself as well.
You're aware of your presence, but like if you were to look at your hand, you cannot see your hand.
I've disappeared.
Oh, this is thank you so much. This is a lovely present.
And you
This could be very
She
useful.
looks at you and then looks at the rest of the group and she goes, perhaps should have done that one last. My bad. Whoops, not again. But
You can't see it, but Hazel is full on trying to like smack through herself and be like, "What? It doesn't. This isn't how things should work."
You just hear like slapping noises, like.
Hazel, are you okay? Are you?
we can hear the noise of just and but they can see nothing. Not even the little dust, everything completely invisible on you. And Rick turns to Rialto and goes, well,
Yes.
can't help her right now, so
Help me!
I hear you, dear.
I
hear
feel
you,
her
but let me
running.
don't move
Grab
too
her.
far.
Yeah.
We don't know where you are.
I don't know where I am.
If you're close
but I
to
do.
us,
I don't
please,
like it.
hug your closest friend. Hazel, who are you closest to, and who do you go and hug?
I go hug Barnaby probably.
Oh.
No.
You go ahead, and as you go, we see just kind of like the sides of Barnaby's fur kind of like cuff in where your arms like hug around him. And Rick walks up to you and goes and whips something from her hip and grabs where your arm is and ties a little ribbon around your wrist so we can see your wrist, but nothing else. She goes, all right. And, oh, you know what? I do this with my cats too. And she flicks her fingers and then puts a little bell on it as well so we can hear a bell as you go. Find my cats, it'll help you find your friend as well.
Make sure Hazel is chipped so that we can find her. If she runs away too.
We scan her chip every now and then. And she walks up to Rialto and she goes, well, I guess while we're waiting, you seem balanced. You seem good with the world. But you seem like you might have a little bit of a piece with the nature side, but let me have the animals assist you this time.
Animals.
I have something in the back. And she, again, scurries off to the back, throwing things, except this time, instead of just like the clamoring behind, you start seeing kind of like boots go out the curtain. You see kind of a sword sheath go out the curtain. Just like things are being thrown from the back. Absolute chaos. Kind of matches the Pym energy, just a little chaotic, but clearly helpful. And out she comes after rummaging for a little bit. And she comes out with both hands out and she goes, here you go. I think that you can wrap these around yourself and it'll protect you. And you look down and it's just these wraps that are covered in lions and other creatures These ones are more lioness and bears and stuff, but just creatures of the forest. And you have some new wraps that will help you. And let me send that to you as well.
Fascinating. Rialto starts rapping.
Yeah, and so you can start rapping. And so she's looking around and she goes, well, it's very clear. And she doesn't see, you kind of wrapped your arm around Chrispy, so she can't see exactly where you are. So she just kind of starts speaking loudly, hoping that you can hear. And she goes, it's very clear you might need a little extra help and protection, dear. So I also found this, and she kind of drags this leather armor out and she goes, I'm also gonna give you some animal protection, okay? And she just
Okay.
Perfect. Try it on. And she's just kind of like holding it out, hoping that you grab it from her. And she gives you armor of the beasts, which will help with your druid side. And
Me
there's
making R2D2 noises because of everyone else's items.
Ooh. Ooh.
I was almost
there you
expecting it to
go.
be like the heels of magical height. Add 2 feet here.
leggings of growth. You
Oh my god.
So you all have a few items that are here to help you on your journey ahead. And Rick goes, I hope those help. But if you want, you can pet some of my cats for luck. And you kind of glance into the corner, and where you thought it was just kind of like some cat items and stuff, it's actually a pile of cats just cuddling together, in a kind of a beanbag shape because they're all clustered together.
Delphine definitely approaches the cats, like 100%.
Same.
Approaches the cats.
Same.
Okay. And Barnaby and Rialto, what do y'all do?
Rialto's a bit hesitant and kind of takes a step back and he's
Okay.
Delphine like
I really
crouches
trust
down
cats.
the way that she did with the chickens and like holds her hand out so that they can smell her.
Perfect. All right. So you have done that. And Barnaby, I know you don't trust the cats. Do you
Going
go and
nowhere.
pet the cat, or do you
Not
leave them
going-
alone?
I'm
You
gonna
say,
leave
"Not
the
a
cats
chance."
alone. Not a chance. Barnaby just kind of takes a couple steps back and goes, They do brick
Perfect.
things. They
So
brick
Delphine
things.
and Hazel, you kind of cuddle within the kitties and are petting around, and you're there for a little bit. And Hazel, you slowly start to see your hand show up again and your arm, and you slowly become visible before your friend's eyes, and you can see yourself again as well.
Do I look any different?
You look the same,
Oh.
just as beautiful.
You're a
as
little
always.
shinier.
Oh.
You look completely
You do have
Welcome
a
to
little
Hazel.
clump that seems like maybe it went on a little bit thicker in your hair. So you have like very invisible part on your hair, where you can see your forehead, and then it's invisible, and then more hair.
That's horrifying.
You won't be able to see it. Can
I can't.
She can't see it. Y'all
I
can
can
though.
see it. Delphine will like reach forward and be like, you have a little bit of the powder still. Can I get it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll just like comb through her hair with like my fingers until it
Okay,
settles.
perfect. And you kind of start rubbing it in, and you kind of slowly start to see her hair come back and be visible. You also have a little bit of a dust on your hands, so instead of it being fully invisible, it's kind of like a shimmer where it kind
Gotcha.
of goes in and out of invisibility.
Ooh.
And would you guys like to stay at the shop? Would you like to move forward?
I think
Where
we
are
can
we
move
moving?
forward, right?
We can start moving forward.
And then I am still baby to D&D in general. With magical items, I know you have to attune them. Is that when you sleep?
Yeah, since this is a short campaign, I'm not going to make you attune. I'm
Cool.
just using
Lit.
And Kat, one more time, where did these magical items get sent? I'm not.
The disc.
they're in
Oh,
the
Discord.
Yep.
Discord.
Yes. Coolio.
All right. I would also like Delphine and Hazel make note. You guys get to re-roll one of your bad rolls.
Woo!
Getting the cat. Y'all got some luck.
Oh, boo. You know what? I'm going to use another charge of Dust to Disappearance and make all the cats.
No!
I'm kidding.
Delphine literally will throw her body in front of the cats.
Well, thank you so much, Mrs.
magical
Beautiful Lady and the cats, and thank you, but not to Barnaby. Okay, cool.
Not to ooh.
It was nice to meet you. And she waves
nice
as you
to meet
all
you, Rick.
leave her perfect little
pleasure.
store
Nice to meet you,
and
Mrs.
head out. So y'all start heading towards the edge of camp where you once saw him and Theris, and where you were kind of left from there. And as you walk up, y'all already sensed tension when you left them. That tension has only grown as they've been sitting there alone together. And while you saw them kind of walk with each other, they're at this point on opposite sides of the entryway into the forest. They are not standing by each other, and they are not looking forward to going forward together.
Hello.
There's goes, oh my god, I'm very happy to see y'all. Are you ready to go into the forest?
Yeah, we're ready. Are you okay?
And you kind of catch a glimpse of him looking at Pam and goes, perfectly fine, as good as it can get. However, I would like to warn all of you that I plan on going one certain path, and I plan to go through this forest without getting lost. Please know that the steps ahead, it is a labyrinth. If you make your way off the path, well, who knows what will happen to you. Please know I will not be exploring. And Pim on the other side goes, of course you won't be exploring. However, if any of you want to explore, I am down, because I appreciate this forest, unlike others in this party. But we won't point fingers now, will we?
I point my finger at Theris.
While they're arguing, can I cast Find Familiar and summon Buttercup? Hell yeah.
Buttercup, the best.
So you go ahead and cast that to find your familiar, and you all kind of hear, well, some of you hear with big ears or good hearing, hear kind of some squeaks, and then a puff of magic kind of swirls up, and you see a baddie familiar kind of flying around Delphine. I would assume, since it's a bat, it's kind of around you at all times.
He can perch on me if he wants to. And then Delphine will like look over, and like y'all will hear her speak like in like baby talk, which is very different from her like normal princess speak. And she's like, hi sweetie, how are you? Did you miss me? I missed you. Okay, we're gonna go in this forest and it's gonna be a good time, and I made new friends. And like the bat will kind of like perch on her shoulder, kind of like in her hair, like he's kind of hidden and you can't like, you can just see his little tiny beady eyes, and it's like a little bit of his wing peek out.
You see, like,
what is your bat familiar's name?
Buttercup.
Oh,
I love Buttercup.
Buttercup.
That is adorable.
I love Buttercup so much.
Buttercup is baby, and I love them. Okay.
You
I
see, like,
am ready
Barnaby
to go.
like slowly reach a paw out to try to poke him, like
Don't poke him.
very
Don't
slowly.
poke him. Don't poke him.
Still
Don't
going
poke him.
very slowly.
Don't poke him.
But he
don't-
looks
What
so
happens if
cute.
you poke him?
He won't bite you, but just don't do this. Like if you're gonna do it, like give him your full hand so that he can smell you.
Well, I have a paw, so I can't
Paws
really.
also work.
Paws are just furry
He just-
hands.
Free hands.
Pats the bat.
Yeah, that works.
That works too. That works too.
He like literally did the claws, like his fingers on his paws aren't like that dexterous, so it's like,
Yeah.
it's like
Well, the greatest part here too is that I assume because I think you have kind of like massive paws, like they're kind of big. So I feel like it's almost like the size of Delphine's head as you're like going and patting.
it's like this, like.
So it's just like a full furry
I'm just
paw,
getting smacked in the face.
Yeah, like literally, like it's just a furry paw just
gentle
batting
pillow
you, just like
hitting you in your face.
I'm just getting smacked. It's okay.
Such
Buttercup
a
like
magical
licks
creature.
my cheek. Like you just see his little tongue peek out and he like licks my cheek and I'm like, hello.
Oh. Worth it.
Buttercup. So Pim goes, well, I guess we can keep on our way and start into the forest. Where would you guys like to go? And Theris is already just walking off into the forest and going forward.
Is there a pub in the forest?
I don't think so.
Barnaby, I don't think you should drink anything you find in the forest. Tea or
But
otherwise.
what do the spirits drink?
Well,
Spirit
there's
juice.
water, there's different saps, there's a bunch of different trees, berries, a bunch of stuff is in the forests.
Is he gonna just keep going if we never follow?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's fun.
He's still walking.
Oh.
Follow him. Should we let him be?
Oh, if we could play a prank, like he just keeps going and then he thinks we're following him and then like eventually he'll have to turn around and he'll be like, oh, silly me, and we'll be like, hee.
I love it. Let's do it.
Yeah, sounds just like Theris.
Hazel, I don't think that's gonna work.
He'll feel so silly. You will.
You will feel silly.
So Pim does slowly start walking and kind of like looking. She doesn't want to have Theris go too far without them. However, she also wants to stick with you guys and see where y'all want to go. However, they did warn you it is a labyrinth of a place. So would you guys like to go with Theris, or would you like to convince him that exploring is what you think you should do?
I'll go with him.
With him. Okay.
I
Good,
think Pim knows the forest better than Theris would know the forest, personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
If
simple.
you want to try to convince him that Pim's way is the right way, I'll have you do a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm trying to decide if I want to give Roll20 the benefit of the doubt or if I want to use my real dice. We will do it this way. 15.
All right. Unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
that does not do it. And so you look at Theris and you try to tell him that Pim's way, you think maybe you should follow Pim. Following Pim, she seems to be the one that's most familiar with the forest, the one that's been in and out, perhaps has a better relationship with the forest. And he looks at you and he goes, I don't know what Roneth saw in you. We have been in and out of these forests for centuries, and I have lost many men in here. So I feel like maybe my perspective might be a little bit better than little flowery and little druid over there. And he walks off. He leaves you guys with him, and he does not even try to stay with you. He is on his mission and he is going to do it his way.
Delphine, who has
Mr.
never had
Grumpy
someone-
Pants.
Well, Delphine, who doesn't have people disrespect her very often, is just like, I'm not following him. If you want to follow him, you can follow him. I'm not following him. And also will minor illusion a huge tree in front of Theris as she turns to walk away and go with him.
Okay.
I would probably chase after him as he's walking.
His steps are too fast for you and you can't catch up.
Well, that's fine.
However, you do keep going and you kind of run away from your group. And
Oh no.
You start running after him, and you notice that you no longer have eyes on Theris. And you turn around.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
So don't really
Well,
have
that's not good.
eyes on your party.
Oh, that wasn't quite how I foresaw this happening.
As I notice that Hazel is not with us, I know that she can't be more than 100 feet away from us. So I will send Buttercup to go search for her, and I will use Buttercup's eyes and ears to see if I can see her. But I can't see or hear anything while I'm looking through the eyes of my familiar. So I will grab onto someone's arm.
Hey, I don't want to be a nerd, but your familiar's a bat, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bats are blind.
Why? Oh, well.
Echolocation cat. All right.
I'll do echolocation. That's also fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can
I
go
love
in
that.
and Buttercup will try to get through. I'm so sorry. We'll try to get
That's on me. That's on me. Listen, some people in chat said that bats aren't completely blind. So, like, if I can make out the shape, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll give it that. You're also in a very, like, I guess the lights are like, not the lights, but like the sun has started to go down and you had like that shadowy shade over it. So it's kind of in its element of a little bit of darkness. So it can go through and it can dodge like the trees and stuff. And I would say that it could probably pick out a shape of a being versus like trees, you know?
Okay.
And so it's flying through and roll. I'll have you do perception. Just roll with advantage since you're using your familiar and it's used to these kind of situations.
24.
Yeah. Okay. So it flies through and it sees that Hazel has gone down a path that, y'all weren't really on, kind of skewed off to the left. And she's probably about, I'd say like 50 feet from y'all at this point. She's run off, but you can find how she's getting there.
And I think at this point I would communicate with Buttercup because I can talk to my familiar and they can hear me and communicate with me. I think I would tell them at this point to like fly around Hazel and lead her back to us.
Okay. So Hazel, you are in this forest. You realize that your group is not around you, but you start hearing like these little flaps. And then you do recognize this bat that Delphine had right before you guys came in, and it's kind of flying around you. And it does seem kind of like it's trying to like push you one way.
Hey, buddy. Whoa. Oh. Okay. You want to be friends? And I'll like go up towards it.
Wait, you can talk. You're a druid. Can you talk?
I don't know. I have a spell called Speak with Animals. Or,
Oh, wait, use
I don't know if I can always do it.
I'd love to hear what Kat's Buttercup voice sounds like. I really would. I just would love.
like, hey, toots. Just kidding.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm
Buttercup, what can I do for you?
It's Buttercup.
I can't see too well. Let me just be able to find you.
I'm casting Speak with Animals. I'm doing it. Hello. I don't know if I know your name, little bat. What's up? Hello. We haven't been introduced.
Very warm.
No pressure.
Hey, I'm Buttercup. I was sent by Delphine, little Deli. She sent me to come find you.
Come find me? Oh,
You seem a little bit lost. Where'd your buddy go?
well, buddy.
You ran after someone.
Oh,
Is he a
well,
lover?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know about that. We just met, and well, he's a pretty grumpy kind of guy, and I just wanted to be friends with him because he seems like he could do with one, but I don't think he loves me. I don't think that's. I mean, maybe he's one of those love at first sight.
In love, you never know what'll happen to you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
However,
Buttercup, please.
in order to get to your lover, You gotta go back to your friends.
I think that at this point, Delphine hears this conversation and she's just like, Buttercup, please stay on topic. Please.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm hearing that I shouldn't be talking about love, although you're gorgeous. Like, it's gonna
Buttercup.
work out here. We're
Aww.
gonna go back to the friends. We gotta go back to Del.
But love is so fun and cute, and so are you. And
Thank you.
I'll take you, and we can go back.
you.
But don't tell them that I was talking about love and that he could be love at first sight.
Ellie doesn't even hear inside my brain, has no idea what's going on, but I feel like we should definitely make it back there just because it does look like it's getting a little bit dark, and I feel like you do better with friends.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Is Delphine still looking through? Like, is Delphine still like?
Yeah, I'm still
unable to see?
in, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm still hearing and
Everything
like,
that you're saying, is this stuff that we can hear you say, Delphine? Like,
yes, you can hear me talk aloud
okay.
to the
so
bat.
Barnaby and I are just standing there like.
Well, Rialto, this is.
Half of the conversation. Are they talking about love?
Oh, actually, it's telepathically, but I think honestly, Delphine's talking aloud is canon now.
Okay, yeah.
I would go, you were talking back because you were so like, Buttercup, please. Like, you said it telepathically, but it's one of those where like you think it, but you actually say it out loud too when you're thinking it. So
So do we pretend like we didn't hear anything they've been saying, or?
God, that would be so embarrassing. Oh.
Well, y'all can't hear like their conversation.
Yeah,
Y'all can
we
only
just-
hear
it's like
what
a half
I'm
a
saying.
conversation.
Yeah.
you can hear Delphine say, stay on topic.
Yeah. I just like
Let's
lean
go.
over to Rialto and go, you know, I am a tracker. I don't know why we need to...
I mean, it's just the bat seemed like a really good idea at first, but now I'm not sure.
Been a scout for 6 years.
And it's great because I can't hear their conversation. I can only hear.
No, you can't hear anything around you. Just like, yeah.
Barnaby, I'm
just-
sure you're a fantastic tracker. I think maybe Buttercup just needed to stretch his wings. Is that something? I'm not used to flying things.
I think
honestly.
bats. I don't know much about bats, to be honest. I just
I think
know
they
that they're
don't
not-
have good eyesight. I think I've been told that.
I believe they have blind sight of exactly 50 feet, and it has advantage on saving throws when it comes to hearing. Barnaby like actually says that, and you're like, what does that mean? I don't know.
This is tracker language. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So Buttercup is still with Hazel and he goes,
Okay, so I'm getting a little bit of feedback here. I think we should probably get back to your friends, but then we'll find your lover. We'll find him.
Do you? Okay, well,
We won't
okay.
say lover too loud. I know.
Don't, yeah, just keep it down because if they find out, that could be really
I don't
embarrassing.
think it echoes out here. It's not like the caves from my home. I don't think it echoes in the forest, so I think we're okay.
Okay. Oh, we can go back
We're good.
now.
This is between us only. No one
Just
else
us.
knows.
No one
Just
else
between us.
knows anything.
Buttercup,
And,
you're a really good liar. That scares me. I don't like that.
just kind of starts squeaking again and starts leading you back to Delphine and the party.
Why is Buttercup just like Calcifer? Like literally, Buttercup is literally just Calcifer.
Yeah, there we go. Inspired by.
Yep.
Well, hello everybody. Me and the bat had a fun conversation about nothing.
Oh,
Why'd
good.
you run off?
Well, Theris ran off.
Well,
That's
we
true.
don't need to stick with Theris. He didn't seem like he liked us that much.
Well, actually, well, I mean, he doesn't like us that much, but we're good people and we save everybody.
That's true. Also, Theris can kick rocks. And I will turn.
And Pim's there and goes,
Oh, he rubbed you that way too. Good.
Did you and Theris, are you two, were you friends ever? Like good friends?
It depends on how you describe friendship. But we've known each other for a while. I've known him and Ronith for a very long time.
Can I roll insight to see if they were a throuple?
I was literally just gonna say, "Oh, I love triangle," like out loud.
Can I also? Because Hazel is
Interested. Okay.
yeah.
So, oh, good lord. So,
I'm sorry. This is what I use my good for. I'm so sorry.
I was about to say.
this is great. This is wonderful. Okay, so you both can tell that the romantic relationship wasn't necessarily between Pim and Theris.
Necessarily.
Oh.
How much do I give you with this kind of insight?
Ooh.
Well, I rolled a 22, and then
You did,
also
you
Hazel
did, but I'm
rolled a
also
nat
trying
20.
to say, like, how much can you feel?
It's
you
like
know,
a
with
perceived
this?
implication. Like, there's,
Yeah, you can
can't
tell
get like
that
history out of it.
It's
but,
not
yeah.
necessarily like a romantic relationship, but you think that maybe they were like close friends at some point and that had a falling out for some odd reason.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's cool.
So no romance there.
Ooh,
There.
Theris in the general.
Y'all can start exploring if you want to walk the same path that Hazel went, or there does look like there is a path to the right as well.
Well, which way should we go? We're trying to find this artifact, right? But are we going to explore? What is exactly our end game here in terms of we have our mission, but I don't know where we should begin.
I think we should, we can explore, but I also think that we should probably head for the artifact because that's where I know Theris is going. And
Oh,
I
that's
don't
true.
expect him to extract it with any amount of care or consideration for the forest.
I also don't expect him to get there by himself if these forests are as dangerous as he says. I mean, if he said that he's lost countless men, why is he so confident in knowing that he can get to the artifact by himself?
Oh,
It is a bit fishy.
that's very true. And I got lost in like 2 seconds.
Yes, you did disappear rather fast. I think it's because you're so big.
So what?
And the trees are so large too that you just blended in. You looked like a tree
Yes,
I look like a
yes,
tree?
The mushrooms
because you were so tall.
on the trees made
The mush.
look like we should choose one of the paths. Shouldn't we? I feel like that might, right, Hazel?
Delphine is just watching them both put their foot in their mouths, and it's like,
Well, yeah, we can go. Yeah. Hey, Buttercup. And I'm speaking back now.
I mean, he's still here for like another
Oh
like,
yeah,
half
he's
hour.
still here, and you still are talking to him. So yeah,
Yeah, what's up?
Am I gorgeous or do I look like a tree?
You're one of the most beautiful ones they've ever laid.
But,
my
like, am I
eyes on.
beautiful?
They might be fat. Don't you let them say anything to you. I tell you, I'll bite them. I'll do it.
Do it.
No.
okay, so Del, you hear this, Delphine? You hear him say that he will bite one of them. You
I
can.
can dispel you at any time. Is this really what we're doing right now?
Okay, you know what? I'll bite them later.
Okay.
At this point, I dismiss Buttercup.
Go back to the
I'll
Feywild.
bite them later.
And he poofs and he kind of fizzles into the air.
Buttercup.
He's fine. He'll be back later. He's made out of magic and smoke. He's not hurt. I just put him on timeout because sometimes he misbehaves and likes to bite people, which is not nice.
Oh, I would hate it for him to do that. That's so mean.
I look at her and I'm like, I heard you. I speak bat.
I speak bat.
That's so cool. You loved the joke that I made about biting. Oh, hey, Barnaby and Rialto. Hey, you're cool guys. I like you both, and you're cool. And I'm trying to like sound like Buttercup.
I'm personally a fan of mushrooms. I didn't mean that in some way.
They do taste good, especially in a stew. I really like when they put a bunch of. No, I didn't mean you. No, I just like stew with.
All right,
mushrooms.
before we cook a party member, Pim breaks in. She goes, we might not like him, but he probably is going into the right direction. And I don't know if that relic will help the military, but it also might help us. I think we should just get eyes on it and figure out what it's about. So I guess we'll follow in his footsteps in a way, not his occupational footsteps and not in how he treats others, but we will follow him.
Okay.
Oh, I could do that.
And we can go ahead and start moving forward. And who wants to do kind of a nature check to try to see where he's going and
I can do that. Since I did
Definitely
say
not
I was a
me.
trekker. 15.
I will also do a nature check. Okay. 16.
16.
I'll also do a nature check.
I guess we're all doing nature checks now.
you know what, everyone, do a nature check.
I shall also.
God.
I mean, I guess I'll do a nature check. This might not be a good idea. Oh, I didn't
That's
roll.
pretty good.
Take the mean.
Didn't do that bad.
Yeah.
When the lowest number there is a 15, y'all did okay. So you can kind of see his footsteps on the edge, and you start following. You do get to the point where Hazel had kind of lost him, and you notice that it looks like maybe instead of staying on a path, he started walking through some of the brush. So though you do get further than Hazel did, you do end up in another section where you actually can't track where he went.
Can I cast locate creature? Because I can name a creature that is familiar to me and I can sense the direction of the creature's location as long as that creature is within 1,000 feet of me.
This is gonna be a really weird thing. Creature includes like humanoids, and
Yes.
stuff, right? Not just
Yes,
like animals.
it does.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It says this, I'll cast it and you can like read the thing and you can decide what happens.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Let me make my screen big. Oh no, still very.
Oh, you can make your chat bigger in Roll20.
Oh, I did. Yay! Wonderful. Thank you.
Oops.
How far is it? Within 1,000 feet of you? Okay. Yeah. So you cast that, and you see that he kind of heads more to the left side of where you are walking. And he actually seems like way farther than you would have thought. But you also remember that you guys kind of talked for a little bit, and then you bickered for a little bit, and you're like, okay, maybe it does make sense. Maybe he's just fast. He knows where he's going, so he took off. So you see him. I guess you don't really know the actual location of him, but you can kind of sense the direction that he's going.
Yeah. And I'll just like relay that to the group and be like, I think he went this way.
Okay, perfect.
I trust you in 100%.
Well, he seems like he's moving quite fast. It might be hard to directly catch up to him. We should keep moving.
So you start going forward, and you actually find yourself moving through this brush, and you kind of expect just to see like a lot of forest and stuff. But you start to hear some water running, some rushing water, but not like a river. You actually kind of hear like waterfallish setting coming up. You don't see it from where you are. It does look like it might be behind some brush in front of you, though.
I think Barney will stop everyone. Well, just for safety, give me 1 second. I need y'all to trust me. Let me look up ahead and see if I can figure out what that is. It sounds like some kind of water feature, but you never know. After we saw that ball, it definitely makes me a little more cautious. I'll be right back. And he's going to stealth off to try to scout out what's
Okay.
up with
Go ahead and
whatever's there.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth.
Oh, good thing I've got a +10.
Damn.
I rolled a 2.
Oh. Evil
That's hilarious.
Damn.
Okay. So
be
you
like that.
start going forward. You tell them, hey, wait here. I'm going to try to scout up ahead, make sure that we're good, make sure that we're safe. And you go up and you, I guess, kind of hop
Sorry.
through,
You're fine.
dodging any sticks, anything that will crunch, anything that will make too much noise. And you do get up there without doing anything that might cause a lot of attention to be drawn to you. And you look through this opening of brush as you get up there, and you just see a beautiful waterfall. It's probably, I'd say, probably 100 feet high. And it's just trickling down, going fast. You don't see any like fish in the water or anything, but it does look more lively and, in a way, happier than the rest of the forest you've been through so far. It's not as dark. There's a little bit of like brightness. It kind of feels like a peak of the sundown is kind of coming through over there. But yeah, you don't see anything that makes you question or feel unsafe as of this point.
I think I'll head back to the group and just be like, well, I looked up ahead. Doesn't seem like there's anything dangerous, at least that I can see. There's a beautiful waterfall, though.
Oh, I want to see the
Come, let's check it
waterfall.
out. He hops over Hazel.
Oh,
All right.
I follow.
Everyone wants to move forward to the waterfall.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay.
Barnaby's
so-
convinced there's nothing bad there, so he's
Yeah.
like, I got this. This is fine.
and I'm sure he's correct.
You all slowly start to go up there, and you don't see anything really super weird. As you get closer to the actual waterfall, you notice that instead of kind of like dying dark brush, right next to where the waterfall is falling, there does seem to be some leaves poking out on both sides, like bright green new leaves on both sides of this waterfall. Does anyone want to make a survival check to see if you know anything about these leaves or if there's anything weird about them?
Yes,
Okay.
you can
I would
as well
also like
if
to
you.
try.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd love to try and find out.
Ooh, 10.
Ooh, 6.
Normal dice. Hold on.
I'm not going to try because I have a -3 in survival.
8.
Okay.
Oh no.
All of you look at this herb or leafy thing and have no idea what it is. And you kind of just, it looks nice. And you think, maybe it's just really good water. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's why a lot of this forest, this thicket, isn't growing well. Maybe it doesn't have a good water source. And maybe just in this one section, it's more hydrated, easier to grow. Makes sense. Plants, obviously. And Pim looks at it and she goes, I've always loved this waterfall. I kind of forgot it was over here. Do you want to take a rest or are you good to go? We can splash in the water, or are you okay for the
I would
route
love
ahead?
a quick rest at this waterfall. It looks absolutely magical.
All right, perfect. You guys want to splash on the water and wait around? Do we want Rialto and Pim to stay back? What's the plan here?
I feel like we should all stay together. So if folks want to rest, we
Yeah.
can rest.
I would love to go in the water, like just splash in the water whilst everyone's resting.
Scared of that.
I would.
Hazel
also-
should be scared of that, but
Can I? No, I'm not gonna. Nope. Okay, we're good.
Rialto just
Like-
jumps into the water and starts swimming around like Flipper, pretty much.
Okay,
I love that. I love that.
You splash into the water, and the bed of the water, which kind of actually looked like really beautiful stones in the bottom, actually swims away as you touch the water and flip in. And you notice that they're like rainbow fish. They have the scales that kind of shimmer in the light, and they do lay sideways on the ground or the bed of the river underneath the waterfall, and they swim away from you and kind of disperse. And then you see underneath you, not as happy, not as bright, a very dark, dull, sludgy looking bottom of the water.
Has it noticed me?
It hasn't moved at you. You did splash. The fish swam away, and I'll say it's deep enough that you didn't actually like touch the bottom, but you got very close where you kind of stepped on a fish and it went, but nothing actually touched you.
As soon as I notice that, I'm going to start swimming back towards the surface. Here, let's try this.
Hazel, did you?
Yeah,
oh, go
I'm
ahead.
going to start swimming back towards the surface, and I actually might use. Isn't there a thing that monks can do where they can move twice? Oh yeah. If it seems applicable in the situation, step of the wind, so that I can move even quicker out of the water, swim even quicker out of the water.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah. I'll give it to you. You can swim faster out. So you all kind of feel like a bigger breeze, and it kind of like scoops into the water. And you yourself, Rialto, feel kind of a gust from behind you kind of push you forward in the water to get you out. And though it causes a little bit of a splash underneath, you are able to get out, and you swim as fast as you can and get to the shoreline where everyone is sitting and resting. Hazel, did you walk in? Did you jump in? You haven't noticed anything of Rialto as of this point.
I probably would have just walked in, and then like I would be like on my back floating.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So you start walking in
Like a seal in top water.
Jaws. Yeah.
You start walking in, and you don't really notice the fish swimming underneath your feet. And you do take a step, and your foot, like once you're kind of deep enough that you feel like you can lay back, your foot kind of squishes into something, but you're like, oh, whatever. It's just wet dirt underneath me. And you lay back. And with that, you all start seeing the water that was clear start to turn a little bit darker. And it does look like it's coming towards Hazel. However, you see as her toes kind of stick out of the water, and you see it kind of shift and kind of spike up and go back into a blob. And then it just kind of trails off her toes back into the water. And you saw the sludge kind of try to go at her, and then it kind of faded away and went back to the bottom.
Barnaby's been eating leaves. He wasn't paying attention. He was eating the leaves that look really tasty.
Delphine walks over to more like runs over to where Hazel is in the water. Because it's like there's shoreline and then there's like water. Hazel, are you stuck? Can you get out?
I feel so at peace right now.
Hazel, water is brown. It looks like sludge.
Am I out of the water at this point, or am I?
Yeah, you like rushed over to the edge of the water, seeing the sludge beneath you, and you kind of like dragged yourself up onto shore, and you're out.
Okay, gotcha. Hazel.
Yes.
There was something deep beneath the water, and I think the best choice right now would be if we were to leave the pond.
Okay.
And then if you are more than welcome to jump back in once we figured this all out. But I think the best choice of action right now would be for us to okay.
Is it?
I feel like you're not 100% listening.
Is it? No, I am. No. I am. I'm just. Is it beneath me, or am I okay to move?
You are. I think she's okay to move, right?
Yeah.
Just don't touch the bottom.
Can Barnaby skip a rock across the water because he wasn't paying attention? He wasn't paying attention. He was eating leaves.
That does seem like something Barnaby would do, especially because you see them all kind of gathering over Hazel, and they look a little bit concerned, but you just like Oh, it's because she's small. She probably can't swim.
Yeah.
And you can go ahead and skip a stone across the water.
Just it's a really nice skip too. Like it's a
Yeah.
4 or 5 skipper. Like, woo.
Oh my god. At the very same time, Delphine is like reaching her arm into the water to like help scoop Hazel up.
Do I
Okay.
do I like hear this? I assume, is it near me, the rock that you're
I
skipping?
can't wait to just fall in the
Actually-
I can't wait to fall in the water.
Roll. What would you do for if you were skipping water? Maybe unarmed. I guess you're throwing something, but
It would be an improvised weapon. Yeah.
yeah, and yeah.
Why you weapon? No,
Weapon.
isn't it just for fun, bunny boy? Please.
Throw it exactly at Hazel, but I could roll
we
her.
do Dex. Go ahead and do Dex because it is kind of your
Yes.
hand eye.
Really?
Wait, did it? I don't see it.
It's not popped up.
Oh, it didn't work. Hold on.
No, it didn't pop up.
There you go.
Okay.
14.
14.
So I would say that you went and you threw it, and as Delphine is kind of reaching into the water to try to help Hazel out and try to just prompt her up, the rock goes ahead and it actually gets right by Hazel's toes, which kind of spooks you, Hazel, because you're already worried something is in the water apparently, and then you hear a splash go right by your foot. Hazel react.
Oh my god! Is there? And I like flip over onto my stomach, but I can't really swim very well, to be honest. So I'm just like, whoa,
Did you already have
whoa,
my
whoa.
arm when you did this? Did you already have my arm?
Sure, yeah. I don't know.
I would say you're probably reaching in, and as the rock goes and Hazel tries to flip and she kind of starts flailing. So your arm is there, but you are probably both trying to wrestle each other because Hazel is spooked. Something tried to get her, and you're right there trying to save her, but she can't really tell as she's trying not to drown which is evil, which is friend.
Sludge monster! No!
Delphine, do
Hazel.
a strength check.
Ooh.
I have noodle arms. I rolled a 12.
Okay, and I would say but Hazel, do a dex check.
Okay. Oh no, I'm not gonna die. 7.
That's okay. Okay, so you're trying to like dodge anything that's coming at you because you're very, very worried. And Delphine, you luckily are able to get your arms on her and pull her out of the water. And as your arms go into the water to try to grab her, you notice that the sludge starts to come back up, kind of at a speed at you, but you are able to move and whip her out and both get back on shore. And you see the sludge come to the surface, and then you both are out of there, and it falls back into the water, kind of like a dark sand sifting and settling at the bottom.
Oh, that was. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. I made it out of that one. Just easy peasy.
You're okay. Delphine will like sit with her on the sand and give her the her old cloak that like she was wearing before, because she had like put it in her bag, and like wrap it around her. This should keep you warm for now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think the monster was trying to get you. I think Barnaby threw a rock.
Barnaby!
And
Barnaby, where are you?
What? Are you?
you threw a stone and spooked Hazel, and we both almost fell into the river with the sludge.
I'm sorry. It's just beautiful water. I just wanted to throw a stone and I love when the water shimmers like that. Have you ever thrown a stone and the ripples go across the pond, and then ripples,
Barnaby?
the things that they represent, and just
Barnaby?
the time and space.
There's sludge. There's sludge at the bottom of the.
Oh, well, there's sludge in the bottom of many rivers. I've read many books about rivers and lakes
it's sentient
and
sludge.
waterfalls. Sentient sludge.
You remember the sludge we just fought?
Like less than an hour ago, I'm assuming.
Oh, the boar! Oh, the boar spirit. Yes. I remember that. Where? In the bottom of the lake, you say, or the pond, or the thing?
Yes.
I don't know. The body of water.
Okay, you're a rabbit. You don't need to know.
You don't know, it's fine. You're not gonna
I'm
go
a
in there.
rabbit.
It's literally fine.
It's still here, right?
Yeah, Pim's here. She's actually watching everything. And you see, as you all are kind of freaking out about the sludge, she does get a little bit like of a worried expression. And she gets kind of quiet and sees you all kind of running around the water, freaking out, saying there's sludge, trying to discuss that there's sludge. And it reminds you of the creature that you fought in the base. And Hazel's okay. Delphine was able to splash you out and get you out. And she just kind of like looks and sits down, and you can just see her kind of like slump and just look real sad.
Miss Pim, do you know anything of another creature or another spirit who resides within these waters?
Well, I don't know if there's necessarily a spirit here. I don't sense an actual creature, but in all reality, the forest is alive, and I think its hate is spreading and the curse is spreading. And the last time I came to this waterfall, it was beautiful. It was wonderful, and the fish were so happy, and they were swimming around, and there wasn't that, the curse wasn't here. I think it's spreading, and it's spreading fast.
Do you know where the origin of the curse is?
I have a feeling it might be near the relic. But I just know that the deeper we go in, the more it's been seen. And I think it's really making its way outward. The forest is unhappy.
There's got to be a way we can fix this. I mean, that's the whole point of this little trek, right? Don't feel so bad. Come, I'm a rabbit of many years. I've seen many things in my day. This isn't nearly the worst of it. It probably is. But we will get this done. Don't you worry, Miss Pim. We will figure it out. Life is too short to worry. And I'm not talking about you, Hazel, but life is too short to worry.
Well, we can, like, gnomes can live for, like, hundreds of years.
Exactly my point.
And you see that Pim kind of starts to have kind of like a little grin on her face. And she goes, I know that Ronith asked you to come out, but I'm personally really happy to have you here. It's wonderful to have people who aren't just here to fight and destroy everything. And I know that he says it's for the good of the people, but wouldn't saving the forest be for the good of the people too? And she kind of starts to like pick herself up.
I believe in you and the forest, and then we can bring it all back together. And isn't it wonderful when things are all alive and happy, and we won't allow any darkness or death in here, and it will be, well, maybe but it will be fine.
And all the animals will be happy, and we'll have plenty of friends to be with.
Yes.
As a fellow druid, you guys kind of lock eyes and just like dream of the wonderful creatures running around and just how great that would be for all of you. She goes, well, some of you are rested. You were able to splash around a bit. Go ahead and give yourself a short rest. I know that we did some stuff, but if you need the short rest, give it to yourself.
Yes.
And we can keep going forward.
Yeah. All right, sorry, I'm trying to see something.
Yeah.
Okay. So I regain. And then.
Oh wait, did I take damage last session? No, I didn't. I'm fine.
Yeah, I didn't take damage at all.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing too.
Go back up to full HP.
I didn't do damage and I didn't take damage.
Like just one of you were really in the face of some.
Wow.
That boar freaking hated you, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, it did.
Not a bud. Not a bud.
Not a bud at all.
Not a bud.
Is there a hit dice marker for D&D Beyond's character sheets? I don't think there is.
I think if you click short rest and then you can.
It'll tell you.
Yeah. Oh. And then you can just say take short rest.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was trying to do my expert divination thing. I was like, which one did I cast?
Okay, I did it the long way. There we go. Beautiful.
No worries. Whatever works.
Back up to my meaty 35 HP.
Damn.
So you all try to kind of dry off, shake off, take in the message that Pim has kind of said that, hey, like the last time she was here, it didn't have that sludge. It didn't have that curse or the hatefulness that the forest is sending forth. And it puts a little bit of concern as you've already been told multiple times how dangerous it can be in here. And if it's already moving, if it's already getting worse, that means that it can only possibly get more and more dangerous the further you go in, the deeper you go, and the closer you probably get to this relic that seems very important, not only for the military, for Ronith, but possibly for the forest as well. It's clearly trying to protect and or fight something, and y'all will have to face that as you go forward. You do start taking some steps, and you look, and it looks like down the way from the waterfall, as it trickles down, it kind of narrows into a path that you can probably jump over. It looks like it does thin out a little bit so that you could cross and get across if you need to.
Yeah, I'd like to go across, I think.
Oh,
You wanna go
hop
down
it.
that way? Okay. So go ahead. Y'all move down the path, and you see, as you go down, you still see at the bottom just the beautiful rainbowy shimmer of these fish that Rialto you saw swim away, revealing the sludge below.
Yeah.
And you keep moving, and it does seem to narrow a little bit. Barnaby, you are able to soar and jump over it easily. You don't even have to roll for it because you are a rabbit. That is your thing. You've been jumping since we began this.
See Barnaby just take a few humanoid steps and just boom, like a Dragon Ball Z character, hop across this little river or whatever it is, and he's just lands on one foot and the boxer bounce back and forth and
He does this nice little bounce back and forth.
looks back. Are y'all coming?
Whoa.
So this distance, it's probably, I'd say it's probably a 5-foot jump, so you could make it. It'll be a little bit of a trick for at
One of
our
us.
characters. But it is 5 feet across. I mean, that's a pretty good jump, but I will have you either roll an athletics check, and you have to pass a certain number, or if you can think of a creative way to get across, I'll let you do it.
How deep is this?
Over
the jump
this part, I'd say it's probably, we'll say it's a 5-foot jump and a 5-foot drop.
5-foot drop. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So into the water, it would be a 5-foot drop if there was no water, but.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna pull on Rialto's sleeve or hem and just I'm gonna let you in on a secret, but I don't think I can I'm scared of making that.
I get down to her level and I say, I will keep any secret.
Okay. Can you throw me? Is that weird? I don't know how to do that. I don't
that's
know.
Not a secret.
I said to toss me. I'm just thinking Gimli.
I don't know
Aragorn
what to
in
do.
the Two Towers.
Just we can
I
distract
need you
them
to
and
toss
then
me. I'm sorry.
or maybe I don't. Well, I can try. I can do it myself. I can try.
Okay. No. We can try this. I was thinking that. So, Hazel, I was thinking that I could potentially make this drop less high, so that we could just swim across.
Ooh, oh, okay.
Would that be okay with you?
Yes.
All right. And then he, as a water genasi, he has the ability to create or destroy water.
Yeah.
So he can, what he can do is he can create up to water that falls as rain in a 30-foot cube. He can create up to 10 gallons. I actually don't know if 10 gallons of water would be enough.
And God's like, that much?
I have no clue.
That's
like,
a very good point.
It's not gonna get. I mean, like it's a river, so like
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah, it's also a river.
going.
That's a good point.
I'm gonna start putting together a lasso with my rope waiting on the other side.
You know what, Hazel?
That
works. I may have misunderstood this. I may actually have to throw you across if that's going to be the case.
Could I?
Yeah.
Okay. This is shenanigans to the 10th
Yeah.
degree.
No, I'm here for it.
Can I pre-dissertation a cushion for Hazel to land on the other side of the water? And Rialto would just have to aim for the pillow for Hazel to land on so that she doesn't take any damage.
Yeah.
I cast pre-dissertation and create a pillow. Rialto,
right.
if you want to throw Hazel, there's a cushion now.
What was the secret?
I hear everything.
Wait, did you have to use a spell slot for this?
No, it's a cantrip.
Okay, that's good.
Not me making you use all your spell slots for silly things.
I know. Wait, hold on. I
have
got
already
an
wasted
idea.
both of my 4th level spell slots, but I do have something that can get me one of them back. It's fine.
Barnaby will hop back over.
Oh,
And seeing the cushion, he'll go, all right, get on my back. We're going to aim for that cushion and we're going to hop.
Okay.
That seems like it might be a good idea.
Okay.
that
Yeah.
seems like a better idea.
Okay. Let's go. And I'm gonna like jump onto his back, and, like hold on to the fur.
Like a hood like comes out.
I go to grab his hood, maybe get like a finger in a nostril, and I'm like, yeah.
It's like an ear is like in my face like this. All right.
Yeah, let's go.
And boom, and just hops.
Whoa!
Hazel, I would like a strength savings throw.
Okay, I'm strong. I'm not strong.
Oh no.
No.
Okay,
No.
That's really not good.
Okay, so as you jump across, as Barnaby goes and kind of tries to hold on to Hazel, has her legs. You're not really used to having someone on your back, but you're ready to go. You go ahead and you prepare, you jump, but with so much force that little Hazel starts to like lose her grip and she ends up splashing in the river. And you see the fish scatter and you see the sludge start coming up again. And Hazel's in the water. And it's making its way towards her.
No. I'm gonna try to lasso her out the other side.
Let's go with dexterity. Well, let's see. Yeah. Sleight of hand, maybe? What? I don't know. Dexterity? I want you to aim
sleight of
that.
hand works.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, you're
It is
a
kind
rogue.
of like yeah.
It's like a handsy thing. How quickly can you move? And
Ooh.
okay, so as you go, Hazel drops in. There's a splash. You see a scatter of rainbow fish. It's beautiful. And then all of a sudden, a dark sludge starts coming up at Hazel, and it is coming at her not super fast, but with the speed of a rabbitkin. Our dear Barnaby gets his lasso that he already made and goes ahead, swings it out there, and it does catch onto a flailing Hazel as she's trying to get out of the water. And as you pull, it tightens on her wrist, and you are able to pull her across to the other
Hazel
side.
out of the water.
And so she kind of is like out of the water and coughing up everything.
No. Oh.
Delphine, did you already get across, or are you?
No, I'm
with-
still on the other side. I'm
Okay,
with
that's what I
Rialto.
thought. So Rialto and Delphine, you are still on the other side. If you want to do an athletics check to jump across, you are good to do that, or you can find another way to come across.
Gotcha. I think I will have to go for an athletics check, even though I'm not great at it. Did it go? There we go.
Okay. So since it is 5 feet, I would say that you you kind of take a running start and you go to jump, and you land on the edge and start to take a few steps back as you land, but you're able to balance yourself out with that beautiful monk core and push yourself forward, and you make it across this nice little river.
Okay, I'm doing an athletics check. I'm rolling my chunky d20. Please hold.
Okay.
15.
Okay, yeah. So you have a little bit more grace in your step. You see Rialto go and you say, maybe I need a little bit more of a distance, maybe more of a running distance. So you go ahead, you go all the way back, and you start running with like the utmost grace, and you go ahead and you push off one side of the shore, and you are able to land on the other side, and almost in a gymnast type stance, and 10 out of 10, and you've made it across.
Yeah.
Kim sees all of you do this, and she kind of looks at it. She kind of looks a little bit wary at the water. She's just really shaken up that the sludge is there. And you see her grab her stuff and kind of put it in this small little bag on her hip. And then before your eyes, she turns into a hawk, and she kind of flutters across. And you see the bag is on a rope on the ground, and she goes over, lands next to you guys, kind of hops over behind a tree, and you just see the rope that has been flown across, and she pulls it, and all her stuff comes with her, and she walks out from behind the tree, and she's good again.
I love that. Hell yeah.
So you have made it across this nice little river with this waterfall. And as you kind of are situating yourself and kind of discussing and making sure that Hazel is okay,
Hazel's
start
almost drowned twice
hearing-
today.
Yeah, water, not your friend.
I don't think I like water anymore.
Oh, no.
You start hearing a squealing that is kind of behind where Pim was standing, but like in that direction, and you hear a panicked squealing, and Pim turns very alert and just runs off into the woods, kind of leaving you guys behind. She just immediately jumps into action and runs through the woods. And let's take a 5-minute break.
I'm back, everybody. I hope you had a nice break. We also did. I'm so bad at hosting. I hate it. Oh my god.
Why?
Great job. Stop talking about my friend like
I
that.
was gonna say, don't you talk about my friend like that.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for watching once again. Just a reminder that we have the wonderful Chaos Bar over here. If you would like to support the cast and support the stream, that is the best way to do it. And it can result in us having something terrible or something lovely happening. And it's completely up to Kat. So, just a reminder of that. And I will hand it back over to Kat.
Alrighty then. So we just left off. We tried to cross the sludgy rainbow fish river that flowed from the waterfall. And as we tried to get across, Hazel fell in. Y'all finally got her out. Barnaby was able to lasso our little gnome friend and get her out. And she's choking with water. And you guys end up on the other side of the river. And Pim goes across, does her wild shape, turns into a hawk, brings her stuff across, gets dressed. And as you guys are standing there processing everything that just happened, there is a wild squealing, panicked squealing, and Pim turns towards it and takes off in the direction of the loud noise. She disappears into the forest, but y'all can still hear the squealing, and you kind of put two and two together that she probably went in that direction.
Have I heard this sound before, or is it unique to this forest?
No, I would say that you all recognize the squealing. It sounds like it is a boar.
Oh,
Cool. I
Just like a panicked
would
boar.
like to follow Pim.
Yeah, I would think we follow.
So you guys start running in that direction, and you just kind of follow this squealing. And as you are running through, it gets louder and louder and more panicked. And as you break through some of this brush, and you see Pim, and she is kind of stood back, her panic almost echoing the squealed panic. And you see in front of you this large boar who seems to be kind of pulling his leg from the ground. And it looks like he's caught on something. Unfortunately, that is not the only thing around here. Just like the sludge in the river, it does look like there is a sludge coming up from the ground around him and from the brush around him. And it looks like it's trying to get at this boar.
oh no.
Is there like a space that's like empty that I could potentially stick my hand through and not be touched by the sludge?
Yeah, I would say that it's kind of splashed about. So if you all move quickly and are able to get to the boar, you would you could dodge it. It's just kind of splashing up and seeping up right now. It's not a intense casing, but it does look like it's going straight for this boar that is squealing and just looks mad.
I want to do shenanigans so bad, but it doesn't make sense with the spell. It's fine. I will just wait.
Okay.
I don't necessarily know what to do.
Yep. So he keeps kind of pulling at his leg. He does look like he's caught on something, and he's trying to pull away from the sludge that's more coming from his front side. And as you hear him moving his leg, it actually sounds like he maybe got caught up in chains that were left around, and he might be kind of tangled in that on his leg. The sludge keeps coming up and is actually kind of starting to lurch forward at him. But he's moving around just like a wild panicked animal in front of you.
Can I?
Wait,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, can I use my thieves' tools to try to like get him out of the chains if I can see them?
It's not necessarily like a lock. It just looks like he's tangled. If that makes sense. Like you could try to like cut it or untangle him or anything like that.
I will try to untangle him. I'll hop over behind or where he's like caught up, and I'll try to untangle him like while avoiding the sludge if I can. If not, whatever.
Could I?
Okay. Yeah.
Could I do something before I see, like, if I see Barnaby going over, I would like to do it. I'd like to cast Animal Friendship so that it knows that we don't mean it any harm.
Oh.
Okay. So you see Barnaby starting to move over with swiftness that he normally does. For you to hop over there and try to make sure that you are not touched by the sludge, go ahead and do another dexterity check.
Just a regular dex check.
The animal, by the way, has to do stuff for the friendship to work, it might fail.
Okay. What does the we've all been
Oh no. Is it an intelligent boar? Is it over 4 intelligence?
No.
Okay, then
it's like a normal boar, yeah.
Then it's a wisdom save.
Okay.
And you have to roll higher than 14.
Ooh.
He got a 0, so
boy!
Your friendship, that you are friendly and that you want to help. And he kind of stops looking as like angry and panicked at all of you. And instead kind of sees Barnaby hop over. Barnaby, you do hop in and you step right next to a puddle of sludge, but you move with enough quickness as it starts to kind of go over to you that you are able to dodge out of it. But it was a very close call on whether or not you were going to hop on that sludge. You got right next to it, moved, and grabbed the boar.
and you see it is tangled on its front right leg, and it just looks like it's tangled in metal chains on just the one leg. It looks like maybe he was running across and it got wrapped around his leg. But he's not pulling away from you.
While this is happening, the sludge is still getting closer, correct? Mm-hmm. May I try to run across so that I can protect Barnaby from the sludge? I also just saw what happened.
There's a certain smile on Cat's face that I'm.
The smirk was way too good.
No.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I blacked over.
No, you're good. You're good. I might have to change exactly what I was going to do if this is going to be the case. I was pretty much going to say I'm going to try and run over to protect Barnaby from the sludge as he's trying to continue helping out this.
Okay. So you start to run over and you see the sludge coming at you, and Barnaby, you go ahead and try to what do you want to do with the chains?
So it's tangled around one of its feet or its feet?
Yep, it's tangled around one of his legs.
Okay, so I want to try to undo it since it seems like it's friendly towards me now. I want to try to just get its feet out of it so that it can move freely.
Okay. And so the sludge is coming up, and go ahead and do, I guess we'll do a nice little sleight of hand here, and we'll see if you're able to kind of move your hands in a way. Yep. Okay. So you start moving your hands and you try to untangle this as fast as you can as you see the sludge coming for you. And you are able to get the chain off, and the boar actually looks at you. And in the similar way that you saw the spirit boar to Pim, it goes ahead and it kind of nudges, head bumps you, and then runs off into this forest. And you all are like, yes, let's go. We let go of this boar, like it's not panicked. And you try to turn to go back to your group. You realize you can't. You look down at your feet. Rialto, you look down at your feet, and you realize that you are actually sinking into the ground.
Oh.
I'm gonna try to rabbit hop directly up in panic.
Is this sludge or is it like quicksand? Is this?
It is quicksand as sludge is coming at you.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to rabbit hop directly up.
Okay.
Guessing this is gonna be a roll one.
Yeah, this is gonna be an athletics check on this one.
Okay. Let's see. Alphabetical.
If Barnaby can get out, I can get in and grab Rialto.
Okay. So with that, you do start to hop, but you do hop straight up into the air. And as you drop down, you kind of still land a little bit forward, but you're still in sinking sand. So you are closer to the surface than you were, but you're not out of it yet. So you jump out, you got out of it, and you land right back into some quicksand, just a little bit further in front of you.
Amazing.
And Rialto, you are still sinking. Okay. Delphine, did you want to do anything to get Rialto up?
Yes, Rialto. Would you say that we are similar in size? Kat, would you say that me and Rialto are similar in size?
I would say you're probably very close, right? I think you all are.
Great. Cool. Is there a way for me to get into the quicksand without hitting the sludge?
Currently, yes, but there is still sludge coming at you.
No worries.
More from one side of the direction, yeah.
No worries. Okay, cool. So I am going to, as fast as I can, run into the quicksand, grab Rialto's hand, and dimension door to a safe spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good use of dimension door.
Okay. Yeah, so
I can go anywhere within, I think, like 200 feet. So I would just go anywhere that there's not quicksand or sludge currently.
Okay. So you go ahead, you sprint in, and I'm actually, as you run in, do a stealth check.
A stealth check? Okay, that's fine. 21.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so you go in and you are trying, you notice that the sludge is kind of coming forward, but you want to move in a way, one, that is quick enough to go and get your friend, but two, doesn't try to get the attraction of the sludge off of the two that it's already focused on. So you go ahead and you try to stealth behind, and you do it successfully. You do not trip into the quicksand. You don't do anything weird like that. You are able to run around as fast as you can, grab Rialto's arm, and as you do that, you cast Dimension Door. And where do you visualize yourself? You just visualize yourself.
I just visualize myself away from this. Like next to everyone, but away from this.
Okay. Yeah, so you go ahead and you grab his hand, and Rialto kind of like looks at you in a very panicked manner as he's almost, like to his belly button in this quicksand. And you cast the door, and all of a sudden he and yourself are sitting kind of on the edge of the fort, like of the opening where you guys came in and you saw the boar, and he is still just kind of like and holding onto your hand for dear life.
Hi, I got you. We're good. You're not in sand anymore.
Okay.
Look, you're free. Yeah.
Am I good now?
Yeah, you're okay now. You have sand all over your clothes, unfortunately, but you're okay now.
Fine. That's fine. Okay.
Are you good? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you need to do a breathing exercise?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah. 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 Where's everyone else?
Barnaby,
Barnaby's the most high energy from Rialto.
This is the most.
I'm not used to.
Yeah.
Never done that before.
Yeah.
Where are we?
It's really exhilarating, but also really scary.
Yeah.
So you have this screaming between each other, and Delphine's trying to like calm down Rialto. Rialto just went through a dimension, was just getting eaten by quicksand, everything. Barnaby, you are now sinking again. You are in there. You saw this happen, and you thought you were safe, and you're like, yeah. And then as you're seeing this happen, you're like, yeah. And then you notice that you are once again at least to your knees in this quicksand.
Okay, so
I'm glad we're all safe now.
Hi, Barnaby.
Barnaby.
Oh God.
Barnaby knows that he needs like an anchor, right? So he feels silly that he jumped like straight up in the air. He was so excited. He came back down, starts thinking again. He goes, first I know I need an anchor. I need something that I just made this lasso. So he takes the lasso without thinking, throws it around Hazel.
No.
And uses her as an anchor.
So, all right. So, Barnaby, once again, does the motion. And go ahead and do, what do we do? Sleight of hand with that?
Sleight of hand, yeah.
Sleight of hand with that. Hazel, go ahead and do a strength check.
24.
This is happening real.
Yeah, cool.
He's safe.
You go ahead. You get the lasso ready. You throw it. It wraps perfectly around Hazel. Hazel sees it coming for her, and she kind of braces. And as you grab to pull yourself out, you actually whip this small little gnome into the quicksand with you. And now you are both in the quicksand.
You're the worst! Oh my God!
Need an anchor, Hazel.
I'm a gnome!
Happening.
Not an anchor!
Okay. Hold on. All right. Hold on. I'm just. Okay.
I would like you to know that in real life, all of you were screaming in this.
I just hug Hazel now. She's next to me.
I
I'm
would
going to die now.
I was I want to die! No! And I just want to whack Barnaby on the head.
Whacking him, you see Rialto still trying to pull himself together. Delphine's trying to work out. You can see she's working in her brain. How fast can we do this? What can we do? And then all of a sudden, you all hear, buck, 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 buck. And up through the woods, you actually see a large flock of chickens coming up, and the front three that are leading this flock actually have knights badges on them. They are draped around their neck, and they go directly to Delphine's feet, and they look up at you and they wait for any commands you may have for them.
Hi, sweeties. Okay.
Your knighted chickens are here to help.
Real quickly, I thought you said the chickens had knives around their necks, like they're going to come stab us. I was like, this is the worst time.
They are attacking.
So more shenanigans. More
Just-
shenanigans. Theoretically,
Yes.
science, D&D science. How many chickens would it take to lift Hazel out of the quicksand?
They're chickens.
I would say that right now you have
Like Fortnite style, like you know in Fortnite.
yeah.
you grab the chicken and you
I
flap
would
it
say
down?
right now, because these are magical, wonderful D&D chickens, that we'll say that each of them can hold, we'll say 20 pounds each, because they're really muscly. They got really pumped when you knighted them and they're ready. And there's 10 of them here. So however you want to do that, they can hold up to 200 pounds as a unit,
Hazel, how
as a
much do you
chicken
weigh?
unit.
Less than 200 pounds.
Okay, however many chickens it takes for Hazel to get lifted out, I would like to send that many chickens
Okay.
to go and like grab onto Hazel's like clothing, things that do not hurt, and like pull Hazel out of the quicksand.
Perfect. So
Rialto's wondering if he actually died. This is like some weird like purgatory
Alternate
hell
reality, yeah.
that he ended up in.
So Rialto's looking very confused. Delphine pulls herself together and immediately is commanding these chickens to go do something. These chickens, one by one, kind of flutter over as chickens do, and one grabs Hazel, the next one grabs that chicken, the next one grabs the next chicken, and they make a line of chickens and they start pulling this small little gnome who's just yelling at Barnaby for using her as an anchor, and start pulling her out of the quicksand. And you feel, Hazel, you feel a lot of tension. The sand is definitely trying to drag you into it, but you do all of a sudden feel that you can move your legs freely, your arms freely, and you are being dragged by these little tiny chickens. And then
As I realize what's happening, I just slowly, like, as my hands come out of the sand, they're just going like this at Barnaby. And I'm just like,
perfect, wonderful, perfection. Barnaby is still in there. Barnaby, you are probably about to your belly button at this point in the quicksand. Hazel, you are out, you are free.
Okay.
Delphine, you still have all these chickens. Rialto, you're still not sure if you died or not. So
I would
Not
like,
sure.
I would like,
Finger through his hand.
yeah,
Dream.
I would like to take my quarterstaff, and then I'd like to hold it out to Barnaby, and then just beg him not to pull me in, please.
Can I help so that
yes,
Hazel
Please
doesn't
do.
yeet it into the
Alright.
quicksand again?
I would also like to help if that's going to be the
perfect.
case.
So we have all three of you on a quarterstaff. Go ahead. I will have you all roll strength, and then we'll take the highest one. And Barnaby, you go ahead and grab the quarterstaff. And let's see.
Oop, that's a strength
Okay.
save. That was
I'm gonna re-roll because our highest was a 15, and does a 15 do it? Because if not, I would like to re-roll.
I would say because he's also willingly trying to get out, I would say that the 15 works.
Okay.
You're good. Yeah. So you go ahead, you get everyone on this wonderful quarterstaff, and everyone's kind of heave, and this big bunny man comes out of this quicksand, covered in his leg. All of your fur is like molded down with all this kind of like gross muddy sand, but you've been dragged to the surface and you are out. So please know, however, with being weighed down by all the sand, if you do not get cleaned off, I will give you disadvantage on your movement, because you can't move as easily when you're weighed down by that.
I still
Is
have
there-
more
Oh, is there water?
shenanigans.
Is there water
Oh,
in here?
Shenanigans.
I got it.
Okay, yeah, you do it.
use create water in order to create rain in the area. So that we
That's
all
what I was
get
gonna do. So yeah, you
cleared
do
off.
it.
you, you both go to make some water, and it starts
Oh no,
raining.
I've got it this time. Don't
No,
worry.
no. Yeah. Curiosity just does it.
And so we're gonna have it actually rain over Hazel, and we're gonna have it rain over Barnaby, and all of a sudden you both are drenched, but the sand is off of you, and Barnaby, you kind of shake off and you puff up. All of your hair kind of puffs up. Yep. You have that poof look, and thank you so much for the bar of mayhem, y'all.
Oh my god! Thank you for bringing back the knighted chickens.
Yes.
Oh, I dismissed them. I also dismissed them. I give them like treats, like somewhere along. I think at some point I like got snacks for them after I knighted them from Madame Lala's shop, and I like break a scone apart for them. And then I dismiss them.
And they all kind of like start pecking around and get everything that they can. And then you hear, and then all of them get in line and they start marching off into the woods.
I'm just thinking of like the Jungle Book with the elephants. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
But imagine that much smaller, a lot more feathers.
I really don't like water.
Am I dead? Am I dead?
You're not. You're
No,
not
you're
dead, I saved you.
Rialto.
Are you sure? Oh my god.
Well, that was something.
You're not dead.
And you you kind of look around and you see Pim is still there and just taking
she's
everything.
here.
She's still kind of like, I guess you could say panicked and just kind of frozen because she did see the sludge. The sludge is still there, but it once it touched the quicksand, it kind of falls into the quicksand too. So it's just kind of a flow of sludge into this quicksand.
Can I use identify to identify the sludge?
Yeah, I can give you some stuff. Yeah. Okay. It doesn't have like a necessary name, but you could kind of figure out stuff about it.
Yeah. Okay. I did.
However, you do have to touch it, correct?
Oh fuck. Never mind. Never mind. Oh wait. I can't use two spells in the same round. Technically, I was gonna use Mage Hand to touch it, but it's fine. Never mind.
I was like, I mean, like if you want to touch it,
I would be cool with that. If you wanted to touch it, you should touch it if you want to.
I mean, like I
only
don't.
if you want to, you know.
How? I guess that's metagame. I can't ask that. I was gonna say how probable is it that I will be dragged into the quicksand if I touch the sludge, but it's fine. It's
So many
fine.
different things going on.
There's a lot of things coming at you right now.
Yeah.
I just think that it would be useful. Can I find a piece of the sludge that's like separated from its brethren, that's not attached, that's not
Brethren of
sand,
sludge.
and touch that sludge and use
Brother
identify?
Sludge.
You're really thinking about this.
I know. I'm trying to think of like how this works. You could, yeah. Like, I mean, like you can go and touch the small bit. Like you don't have to go and like dive into like the big sludgy area. You could go and try to touch like a small piece.
Okay, I'm gonna go touch the small piece, but
Risk it for a biscuit. What could go
the
wrong?
most health out of all of us, so I will go and touch the sludge and use identifier.
Okay. So you go over and you touch it. And as you touch it, you feel this surge of anger, of just hatred, and you are overwhelmed with just like madness, like no joy, no happiness. You are totally enveloped in anger and hatred. And you, as you go ahead and take your hand out, that kind of fades from you, but you see it lurching at you. And you kind of realize that you had pictures of like in your head of Theris popping up there and just like the forest just like taking him in, and of Ronith and the forest just taking him in and taking over the city. and you see the sludge coming at you, and I will have you roll initiative.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Like all of us, or
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Oh no.
Right beside your friend.
Yeah. Oh damn.
I would like
Okay.
it to be clear that I was not going to touch the sludge, and y'all encouraged me. I was just like,
I
didn't mean to
still
make this
support it.
clear.
I stand by my support.
It makes sense.
I would like
Trying to get info
to.
on it,
Actually, I'll
like-
hold my reroll.
Sorry, mine's
Kinda what
7.
we're
Sorry,
doing.
I keep double clicking for some reason.
You're good.
Mine, I got 6.
Perfect. 7, 6. Let me write this down. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Wonderful. All right. Let me roll for the sludgerino, and then we'll be good. Perfect. So you see this sludge is kind of lurching at you, but it was as you were taking out your hand, so you kind of stepped back because you were also panicked by this hate that just filled you, and you kind of just felt an urge to kind of, I don't know, you were just mad at Theris and you were mad at Ronith, and you just got so overwhelmed with that you stepped back in shock and took your hand out of the sludge, and you step back and you see it jumping at you. And Barnaby, you also see the sludge jumping at Delphine, and you can go ahead and try to attack it.
All right. Because it hasn't had a turn, I'm going to use my assassinate feature, and because Delphine is right next to it, I will also get sneak attack if I hit.
Ooh.
So I get to roll with advantage because they haven't had a turn in combat yet. So-
Okay.
Oh, wait, did that go? Why did that not go through?
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah.
You're on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, when you hover, and if you have the extension, make sure that you're hitting the the B for the extension, because otherwise it'll
Oh,
just
There
there we
you
go.
go.
into
Okay.
beyond.
How do I roll with
You don't
advantage
need it.
off the extension?
I think you just have to
You just do it
roll
twice.
again.
Just roll twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I will just do that.
Correct.
Okay, so 15.
That
Not really
does
good
hit.
rolls.
Yep.
All right. So I scored a hit. It's probably not surprised, so I don't get a crit, but I do get sneak attack damage.
Okay.
26, 9 piercing damage,
Nice.
and 17 sneak attack damage.
Okay.
Nice.
So you see this little blub of sludge that Delphine approached and put her hand into and pull out, and she backs up. The sludge kind of lurches at her, just that little ball of sludge lurches at her. So you quickly knock your crossbow and you go and you shoot through it, and you see it kind of splatter about, and then kind of
No.
slowly build itself back into one, but it's not lurching forward with the same speed that it did. And you hit it for 26. So
Okay.
it kind of stops in its tracks, like right there, but you can still see some motion in that sludge. So
I'm
you know
gonna,
it's not gone.
no.
Gone.
okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to shoot again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, like, as I say, be like, "Get back, sludge! Get away from my friend! Get away, bad!" And I'm gonna fire again. So
That hit.
16. And that'll just be 6 piercing damage.
Perfect.
Oh,
And
actually, no, I can only use sneak attack once per round. So just 6 piercing damage.
Okay. So you see it kind of bubbling right where it's sat, and you are saying, "Get back, sludge," and you go ahead and you go to hit it, and as it goes and hits this bubbling sludgy pile mess, with such force that it actually splashes and kind of simmers into the air, and that little tiny sludginess is not there anymore. You are technically not in combat. However, there is still more big pile of sludge back, but it's still dripping into the quicksand.
Is it concerned with us at all?
It's trying to, like, it's definitely, you can see that little piles, like the little pile that you touched, is trying to get towards you, but it's not moving with much speed because you can tell that it's also trying to put itself together from the quicksand.
Hmm.
So
I
you
would
can
say
leave it
after
alone,
shooting
you can
that,
attack it. You can.
No,
should we leave it? Should we just go?
I think we should leave it. I do want to cast a spell before we are out of initiative.
Okay.
Oh, we still in initiative? Sorry.
I think we're still in initiative, yeah. Unless we aren't, and I can also
I mean,
cast a spell,
technically, you're
doesn't
not
matter.
necessarily in combat, but you can cast it.
I would like to cast See Invisibility because it allows me to see invisible creatures and objects, and also allows me to see into the ethereal plane.
Okay.
And I would like to see if there are any like spirits nearby with the sludge.
So you go ahead and you cast that, and you see that there's you can kind of see the sludge is coming from the forest, like it's coming from the ground, it's coming from the roots of the plants, it's coming from the trees. And though you can't see like an actual like animal creature, like you saw the boar the first time, or you were able to release the boar the first time, you just see vines, kind of like ethereal vines going through. And it kind of looks like tree roots going through it. And you kind of connect the point of what Pim said, is that the forest is angry and it is coming out and it's getting angrier. And this is part of that. It's still coming from the forest. The anger is coming out. The hate-filled curse is coming out. The sludge is possibly that hate that you felt. And you make a connection that this sludge, because of how you touched it, feeds and is encouraged by hate or any kind of anger towards something. So you kind of start to connect that, hey, maybe that spirit came in and it was so filled with the curse because it came from the forest and it was very angry and it was hate filled towards the military. You realize that it jumped to you because you were holding some anger towards Theris because he didn't treat you right and he started walking and he left you behind. But you do start to think about how it touched Hazel and then kind of let Hazel go because she doesn't. And you think about Hazel and everything about her, and you realize that she's probably not a very hateful person, a hateful creature, and she's just living her life and trying to do well in this world. She's just vibing. And you realize that it let go of her. It didn't have anything to feed on there.
Hazel.
Yeah.
The sludge is a curse from the forest, and when I touched it, I felt like overcome by like hate and anger. And the sludge feeds on hate and anger. But you don't have any of that. So the sludge doesn't hurt you. And it won't trap you. Because you don't feel that way about people and things.
Have no hatred.
You have no hatred.
Oh, touch it and see what happens.
No,
wait, hold on.
Hold on. We can keep going. I in the ethereal plane, I saw these vines that were encased in the sludge. And when I touched it earlier, I saw the sludge show me images of Theris and Ronith, which it brings great fear to me because if the sludge finds Theris, it will encapture Theris. That's not his name.
Theris, yeah.
Theris. It will encapture Theris and it will kill him.
Oh, I don't want him to die. I don't think he does. I don't think anyone
he deserves
to die.
Deserves that. I'm a little tiffed with him, but I'm not wishing death on anyone.
So wait,
I think we
are
should
you
keep going.
full of anger?
No,
so
I
it
had a little bit of anger. It feeds on any kind of anger or hatred. So I was mad at Theris for how he talked to me because it was disrespectful, right? And because I was still mad, when I touched the sludge filled me with anger. It took the small bit of anger that I had and it like multiplied it until it was all that I could feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
But can we make the sludge not angry?
I'm assuming we can. We just have to like break the curse.
Okay, so I mean,
think
I know Barnaby was maybe joking when he said to touch it, but what if I did touch it? And just to see if I could calm it down.
I think it's a terrible idea. We don't know much about it.
Is there still a small piece around?
I'd say like some has, but the small pieces are a lot closer to the large oozing sludge area.
Cool.
And Pim kind of looks up as she hears you discussing the sludge, and she goes, I think we need to find that relic. It has to have, I don't know if it'll bring peace for the people, but we either have to protect it or we have to make it happy. We need to go find it.
Oh,
the sludge is going to be everywhere, and I don't know if now is the time to test it, especially if it moves that quickly on that little amount of anger. We're in danger. We're not in a good position.
But what
And
if we just stay
if
happy?
Theris is here, I might not like him, but just like Delphine, I do not wish death upon him.
Oh, good. Yeah, good.
But if we just stay happy, and full of hate and fear, it won't hurt us, right?
If Delphine is right, I have a feeling it can find your deepest hate, and it will make you blind to everything else. It'll just make you see that hate and just exponentially grow that to that being all that drives you and all that controls you.
Cats.
That's not fun.
Wait a minute.
So I feel like we need to move forward. We need to try to find where this relic is, and we need to move fast before the hatred finds it, or Theris finds it and makes it upset, or anything. We need to move.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree, because we need to get to Theris quickly.
She kind of starts. She looks and she goes, "Yeah, but like the relic, we really need to protect the relic." And starts moving off, and she starts walking forward, and kind of starts pushing through the brush and finding a path that way. And you all start moving forward with her. Someone give me a perception check.
Sure, why not?
21.
All right. So, Delphine, as you are walking forward, and I assume that you probably follow Pim closely, you do respect her, and you think that she knows a lot about this situation. And so as she's moving forward, you are kind of right there near her, but also looking out, because one, you don't know when this sludge will pop out, where it'll pop out from. If it can literally just come from the roots of trees or leaves or anything, you know that your surrounding area, not safe. So you're walking forward and making sure that you are looking everywhere. And then as you guys move forward, Pim is kind of getting pulled in one direction, and she goes, well, this is weird. This might sound a little wild, but I think it's in that direction. And she points off, and as she points, you see a shadow move quickly overhead, and it kind of blocks whatever light was there and then reveals the light. So kind of like something's flying overhead.
A hawk, 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 a hawk.
You want a hug? What?
No, a hawk, it's something up there. There's a thing. I'm a rabbit. That thing that's in the sky. I don't like them.
Okay.
Is under a tree like this, like.
Do you yell that it's a hawk? Or are you kind of mumbling like, oh my god, a hawk, a hawk, a hawk?
I'm not yelling, but he's definitely like, oh, a hawk, a hawk, a hawk, a hawk, a hawk, a hawk, a hawk. Yeah, I'm not like yelling though.
Yeah.
Do you want me to talk to it and make friends with it?
Seems like a nice hawk, personally.
Well, it's big, and it might snatch me. I don't
think it will. You're a very big bunny.
Yeah, I think
Very large.
I think you're bigger than it.
I don't like things that come from the sky.
That's fine, but I think that you're bigger than it.
I don't know.
Do you trust us?
Yes.
Then come on, you can do this.
You go first.
No.
Okay.
You are walking forward. You see that right now you're kind of covered in trees. So you saw the light change and you knew something was flying above. However, if you move forward, it's a little bit more open.
Hazel, go. Scout ahead.
Okay. And I'm like pretending to crouch like low to the ground as if the hawk is really scary, but I'm just like, oh,
Okay,
scary.
So are you actually trying to stealth or are you just trying to comfort Barnaby?
I'm just trying to comfort Barnaby.
You just walk forward. And as you are walking forward, you hear a big falcon noise. And you look up and you see 3 very shadowy birds flying around in a circle, and one actually starts diving down. And go ahead and
Oh no.
No.
I'm gonna get
dexterity
Hazel
save.
Oh,
killed
so
one
they're
day.
not birds. I am a very bad judge of birds character.
18.
All right. You make an
This
18
is why I don't
as
like
this
birds.
falcon. Well, as this shadowy bird creature
even know
goes
that.
and dives down, you actually jump to the side and kind of jump backwards, and you see that this shadow figure rush by, move past you, and fly back up into the sky.
Can I am I allowed to wild shape into it? The same thing it is?
You can wild shape into like a bird, but you actually can't tell exactly what kind of creature that this is, but you do recognize the shadowy sludge that is on it.
Okay, I'll run back to the others and tell them, hey, it's got sludge on it, and it's like it is kind of like a bird, but don't worry, Barnaby, it's gonna be fine. But it does have sludge on it, so it might not be fine. But the bird, I don't think it's gonna pick on you just because you're a
This
bunny.
is why I told you that I don't trust things from the sky. It's just they come from the sky and they snatch you up, and then they have sludge on them, and then I don't know. I don't like them.
Well, we're gonna have to save them because I don't know if they're them because they've got sludge on them, and what if the sludge is making them really angry? But actually, they're birds that want to be best friends with you.
Well, that's quite a predicament.
We're still being attacked by birds right now.
It's fine.
Oh, Miss Pim, do you have an idea of what we can do here?
Well, I normally don't see them coming as violently as this, but if there's a way to get them down, maybe I can try to heal them and they can disperse and they can be cured.
All right, so we use Hazel as
Please don't
Hey.
throw me anywhere. Oh,
I don't think that's a good idea.
I can turn into a bird.
we use Hazel as bird bait.
No, to grab it. I can be strong.
All right, Hazel, you can wild shape into a bird. So, if we wild shape you into a bird, and you go talk to the birds, and then Delphine does some magic, and Rialto does some monk stuff.
It almost sounded
I
like
hide
we
under
had
this
a
tree.
plan. Almost. It was so close.
You just missed the mark by
Pim,
That much. A tiny.
you
I tried.
healed creatures of the sludge before. How?
Well, I'm able to use some of my healing potions, and if I'm able to get it on them directly, and cast a healing spell, most of the time they'll disperse and they'll be cured. I've never been against one of them flying. I've only gone against those on the ground.
Could we, this is not a right now problem, of course, but could we maybe prepare a larger batch of healing potions and find where the source of the curse is and administer the healing potion to the source of the curse?
We could always try that. If we can find the source, it's possible.
Doesn't quite help with our bird problem right now.
I mean, we can. The birds left, right? Is that?
I think that's
Oh, I know,
still.
They're still around. They're
Yeah.
exploring, and they are very aware that Hazel has jumped back.
Okay, so, I actually do have an idea, which I don't love, but I feel like it might work. So, you have, two of us have crossbows, right?
Yes, I do.
So, I can conjure these little, like, woodland creatures that are fey, and so not real, and so they're not really dying, but I could conjure them, and then they could go bait. None of us have to be bait. And then they go run off, and it's like a cute little bunny, and then the bird can, whew, and then you two can, whew, and then...
I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
Not a bunny, a squirrel.
What?
I shouldn't have said bunny.
Large
I
rabbit man
shouldn't have
that's
said
going to
bunny.
sing rabbits.
It's a fake bunny. It's not a real, it's a fey bunny.
Yes.
I don't have to make it a
Could you make
bunny.
a squirrel? Could you make it a squirrel, Hazel?
I can make it, actually I can't make it,
It's like only rabbit in like the small
To be fair, you did almost kill Hazel 3 times today.
That is also
true. I can make a satyr, or I can make 8 blink dogs.
8 what?
That's a lot of blink dogs.
Blink dogs.
dog.
Oh wait, maybe
Blink
not.
dogs are not small.
Wait,
Like,
I can either make
they're
8 sea hags or I can make 8 blink dogs. I don't know which one.
What? What is the spell?
What spell is there?
Conjure woodland beings.
creatures. What is it? Woodland beings?
Yeah.
Oh, conjure
really
woodland
cool.
beings. Huh? I've never heard of that one.
Oh wait, I could just conjure an animal. Let's conjure an animal. Forget that.
Yeah.
We're conjuring an animal.
That's like a high level one. You could just do like.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna cut. I can conjure 8, or just 4, or 2. I can conjure 4 apes, black bears, crocodiles, giant goats.
And a partridge in a
In a
pear tree.
And as
Okay.
you all are discussing, Pim looks very focused and kind of like closes her eyes, and you can tell that she's really, really focusing on something. And she goes, "All right, we can do it. There's still a part of them left. We can still talk. I'm talking to them. They're very mad. They're very angry, and the more people that come in here, they're not getting happy, but I don't think they're completely lost. I do think I can heal them, but we have to get them to the ground."
Okay, so we just need to bring them down to us. That's the full extent.
If
Okay.
if I can get my hands on them, I think I can help them.
But we're not shooting them.
Okay, I'm just gonna conjure animals. I'm gonna conjure 4 giant rats and just send them into the I don't know, I'm panicking.
That works. I think it's
That
great.
works.
No, it sounds beautiful.
And just send them into the clearing.
Okay. So you go ahead, and are you guys doing any other motions besides that, or?
I think I would just like to ready my bow because I thought we were shooting them. Are we not shooting them?
We just
I
need to
have
bring them
this question.
closer to us.
Yeah, I think we're just.
You will
Shooting
have to
them
keep
could
them on
bring
the
them
ground.
down.
We have to
but-
bring them to the ground.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
okay. Oh, hold on. As soon as they're on the ground, I can attempt to
Wait. Oh wait. Go.
do the thing that I do. What is it called again? Paralyze them.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
I can just straight
More
paralyze
than
them.
one at a time.
I can only do one, unfortunately, I think.
Okay. Well, that takes care of one.
Can I make?
Stunning strike.
Can I whatever the hell that spell's
Prestidigitation.
called.
Vegetation.
Yep.
A box, like a box over 2 of them, or over as many of them. I don't know. The area is 10 feet.
Does
So-
anyone have a net?
Oh, I can prestidigitation a net.
Just
up
a
to the DM.
large net.
I don't want to hurt
I
them.
may have.
Yeah,
a net.
yeah,
Let me
yeah.
check
No, I
real
get
quickly.
that.
I do not have a net.
I have a bedroll.
non-magical drink. Could you make one that's big enough?
I don't know.
Look through my notes. You know what? I'll allow that for one of them. If you want to use a net on one of them, you can do that. We have one that's gonna get paralyzed, hopefully. And then we have a third one.
I will try to lasso it and ride it.
Perfect. Okay, so we have 3 bird creature-y things. Yeah.
They straight up just obey the verbal commands I give them. We don't. I can just send them to their death. I
Were
believe.
you sending to your death?
Us?
That you're
The rats.
I was like,
Apparently, we're all under the command of Hazel now, and we can send.
No, like I think if I just tell the rats to go out there and stay still,
Yeah, they'll do that. They listen to you.
if you don't issue any commands to them, they'll defend themselves. But if I tell them not to, they just won't.
They won't attack if you tell them not to.
I don't want them to. I just want them to.
so you're going to send your rats out there, and then
Oh wait, I think yeah, okay.
them to swoop and grab, making sure all of us are on the same page. Swoop, grab. Rialto's gonna try to paralyze.
Right.
one.
Okay. No, I was
Delphine's going to
misunderstanding.
catch
Yes,
the net.
I'm up to date. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm here.
And then Barnaby is trying to lasso.
Okay. Oh God.
When did you become a cowboy? I just hello.
I don't know. He made a lasso, and now he just has a lasso out of his rope. So he's just.
Is my favorite. Okay, so what is going to happen here is yeah, exactly that. Hazel goes ahead, Pim gets ready to run out, hopefully to whichever one is just sitting there. Hazel goes and conjures up these rats, these large rats, and sends them out, and they all run out, and you hear a large like hawk falcon scream from the sky, and then you see these shadows moving. The light kind of fades as they circle around, and they dive down. As they dive down, Rialto, what do you have to do for your paralyzation?
I have to land a hit, and then they have to do a con save. So I will do one. I will do the hit, and hopefully it goes well. Skipoo bop. 14.
15.
You missed it.
No.
15, probably.
So you go and you try to run out as this falcon is going. It grabs this rat, and as you go to swing, do you have another?
I have 2 attacks, so like I can attack twice, so I can try
Yeah.
one more time.
The
19.
first one, okay. So you
Okay,
go,
yeah.
you are running up there, you go, you miss, and it is going by with such speed. You kind of freak out, but you were close enough that you quickly twist and hit with the other. And do I what do I have to roll?
I can roll for damage. I don't have to, but you have to do a con save if I use whatever it's called.
Go ahead and roll for damage and the
Stunning strike.
Yeah, stunning strike. Yep.
Good old stunning strike.
Lucky, I got a 2.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
So okay,
you're
so you go
stunned.
ahead. It takes damage, and it kind of stumbles as it's getting hit through the air, and then you paralyze it, and it just kind of crashes into the ground and is just laying there. And another one is coming by. Delphine, you cast Prestidigitation. You make a net. It is flying down to go and get this little rat. And let's go ahead and use. I want to say that's probably sleight of hand.
Okay. 11. I might
Okay.
use my reroll if that doesn't work.
Yep, use your reroll.
21.
Perfect. So you go ahead and you try to swing as it is going, and it is actually coming with a lot of speed that it's shocking that it does not rip through your net. And actually do a strength check right now.
Where are you? Hold on, sorry.
So sorry.
16.
Perfect. So you go ahead and go with the net. It flies right into the net. You brace yourself because it's coming with such speed. It kind of
almost knocks it out of your hands, but you're able to trap it and put it into the ground so it can't fly anywhere. And it's just kind of like freaking out in your net, but you have it captured. It is not hurting anyone. And I'm assuming that rat dissipates in its claws. There is another one soaring, and and Barnaby, this is for you. It is also going down for this rat. You will go ahead and do a sleight of hand for your lasso and see what happens.
All right. Oh, I rolled a 4, but it's a 14.
Okay, and so you go ahead and you throw the lasso out, and it is diving down to get that rat, and it puts it on its head and bounces off. Oh. And it soars back up into the sky with the rat in its claws.
Can I still see it?
You can
I
still see it.
Can someone do I have to hold the net for it to be secure, or do I have to hand it off to someone?
I would hand it off to someone, otherwise it would push it out.
I want to hand this off to Barnaby and take out my bow.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
I would like to use my sharpshooter feat, which means that when I roll for long range attacks, it doesn't give me disadvantage. And I would like to shoot with my bow.
Perfect.
Shit, why?
Ooh.
This is
Every
one
time.
sneaky little birdie. All right, so you go ahead and you try to hit, and it soars right past it as it is flying up back into the air and circling overhead. Pim runs out and starts placing her hands on the paralyzed shadowy bird figure, and she starts whispering under her breath. You assume it's something that is very like what she said to the boar, and you see the sludge dissipate on the one that Rialto is holding with paralyzed, and a shining bird, it looks falcony dovish, kind of escapes and goes into the sky and fizzles out in a sparkly white masterpiece in front of you. She goes and runs over to the netted one as well, and kind of gets ready to lift it and shoots her hand underneath and mumbles under her breath. And then you feel the net stop fighting you, Barnaby. It is not trying to run away or anything. And you can move it, or you can leave it underneath, however, or you can lay it on the ground, however you want to do that. What would you like to do with the net? It's like, or Barnaby could not trust it at all. I was like, what would Barnaby do?
I'm going to take the net.
Okay.
I'm going to tie it to the end of my lasso to make a lasso net.
Okay.
I'm going to get this lasso net, and I'm going to try to get the bird on the next go.
All right.
Oh
so
my God.
you grab this net and you remove it. And in the same fashion, a bright, shining falcon dove bird flies out and dissipates and is free. And you grab this net, you tie your lasso around it, you make sure it's nice and taut, and we are going to have to do, I want to say it's probably going to be 2 different rolls here. So we're going to go with a strength, and we're going to go with a sleight of hand, because we want to go with your aim, and which I'm going to say with sleight of hand, and then we're going to go strength to make sure it actually reaches up there.
Okay, so we'll do sleight of hand and strength. 19 and a 10.
Okay. I will say, since you got so high on that sleight of hand, that it's going to reach. So you go ahead and it will reach. You go ahead and you kind of wind it up and you go and throw, and luckily it's right as this falcon bird shadow mess is going through the air. It soars right into the net and you pull it taut. Unfortunately, it is still trying to fly forward and dragging you around with it with its strength.
Oh,
so
no.
you're unable to get it down with that 10, but you have it in the net, and it's still just kind of somehow propelling itself forward.
That's new.
That's new. Cool, yeah.
So please know, all of you are sitting there standing, and you see this rabbitkin just like.
How high up is this bird?
How long is your rope? It's like
50 feet.
50, I think.
Oh,
yeah, I would
Jesus.
say it's probably at that. So it's enough that there's some top. So it's probably at like 40 feet or so. So it's flying around, and he's just getting kind of dragged.
Hey, Rialto, do you believe in karma?
I do. Oh.
Okay.
Rialto kind of moves over a little bit, uncomfortable hearing that.
I have no hate in my heart, remember, Rialto? It's fine.
Can I roll for my bow again? Can the bird have disadvantage because it's in a net?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, I'll give you advantage. Well, you don't need it. Okay. So
I don't need it. Okay, cool. What was their AC? Did you tell us?
I think it was. I think we
15?
figured out it was 15. Yeah.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Never mind. I was gonna do something else. No worries.
You're good. So right there, you have this bird that is in a net. Delphine, you see the net. It makes it a lot easier to try to get this bird because though it is still moving fast, it is moving a lot slower than it was originally. And it is flying in a circle, going wild. You go ahead, you aim with your short bow, and you release, and it goes, and it kind of hits it through the net, and you kind of just see it start to spiral and go towards the ground. And it hits the ground with a lot of force. However, Barnaby is no longer being dragged around like a wild bunny man. And Pim quickly runs over to it and kind of screams it as it hits the ground, and she takes it out, and your arrow has actually broken as it hit the ground. And she places her hand on it, mutters some things. The arrow falls through the sludge, lays on the ground in broken pieces, and a white bird goes up and dissipates in the same fashion that the previous ones did. So you have just defeated 3 little birds that
Out by my
looked like they were
doorstep.
taken over.
Oh my
They were
goodness.
taken over by this hate. And as you do this, you hear loud noises coming before you. And it actually sounds like a man that you do know who is yelling and running. And you just hear again a squeal. Not a squeal like you heard before in the forest, but a little bit deeper, a little bit more evil. And you also you see Pim running forward, and you hear Theris go, no, those are my men.
Delphine will also run forward.
Yeah, I'll stop concentrating and also run.
So you run forward, and as you are going through the woods, the trees are kind of parted. There's a path in front of you. You are running forward, and you end up in this 50 foot by 50 foot rocky, hilly area. And you see before you a large, sludgy, 4-legged creature once again. However, on the tusks that seem to be escaping the sludge, there is a soldier on the tusk, pinned on the tusk, and you see it laying there, kind of lifeless. And then you see the sludge start covering this soldier, and they get up and they push themselves off the tusk and stand, and it starts screaming and running towards you.
Lit. Cool.
Another initiative roll.
Oh gosh.
Oh, oh dear.
18.
19.
26. All these initiatives.
So many encounters.
Okay.
So there's a big
This is your last one. So
spirit boar boy, and then there's
I'm not
a
complaining.
little soldier man now covered in sludge.
Perfect. Yeah. So before you, there is Theris, and he looks very, very panicked as he just saw one of his people gored. And you
Yikes.
saw as the helmet kind of fell off these like long blonde locks, and she gets herself off this tusk. Looks like she was overtaken by the sludge as well, and is ready to come at you. There's also the sludgy, we're assuming boar spirit, just like we saw earlier. And oh my gosh, I didn't even write your guys as I wrote mine. Perfect. So first up is Barnaby. You're always first.
Always. It kind of sucks because like there's like rabbits are built to go first, but rogues don't always want to go first. Like, so it's like, all right.
Rabbits are built
So
different.
we've got Theris running towards us. We've got we'll call him Soldier Boy. Tell him is coming at us as well.
We can call him that, I
100%,
guess. That is a name that we can call him.
Soldier Boy's coming at us. We've got Tusk Boy in the back. So we got Tusk Love in the back. We got Soldier Boy in the front.
You do see in front of you that there are, it looks like possibly 2 other soldier bodies that are just kind of like laid out, but they're not coming at you. They're not doing anything, but they are lifeless as it looks.
And are they focused on Theris or do they see us yet? Or we're
the soldier that's running does see Theris, especially as he yelled, and is quickly running towards Theris.
okay. So is he within 5 feet of Theris?
Yeah.
Is Theris considered an ally of mine? That's a big question
Personal
mark.
choice.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'll just
Define ally.
yeah. All right, so I will take out my crossbow again, and I will well, it's always out, and I will fire at Soldier Boy.
Okay. Or yeah, go ahead.
I'll just kind of load my crossbow, aim at Soldier Boy, and be like, not so fast. Fire and 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's going to be 9 piercing damage and 16 sneak attack damage for 25 total damage.
That one right there is gonna be. Okay, so you go ahead and you hit, and you got that 25 towards him. I need to start using calculators and not pretend that I'm smart enough to do math. So you see this soldier, it's just kind of like zombie running almost at Theris, and you go and you hit him, and it shoots through his leg or her leg, and your arrow goes through, and it all of a sudden kind of like slumps and turns and looks at you, and now it is much more focused on you than it is at Theris.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, shit.
And do you have more moves?
Yeah,
I never know when you end.
No, well, I'm a rogue, so I'll have a bonus action either, no matter what.
Yeah.
Usually, but I'm gonna shoot again with my crossbow expert. Makes it so I can shoot again as my
Perfect.
bonus action. We'll take another shot, and that is a 14.
The 14 does not hit.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
So I take my crossbow and I go, all right, one shot didn't take it down. How about a second one? Boom! Oops.
And it flies off past it into the deep darkness of the forest behind it.
You just hear a bark. Oh!
Kind of on off like a rock or something, just like a tap. And next
Totally
up
what I meant.
is Rialto.
Alrighty. The closer of the two, would that be the gourd one, or would it be the?
I would say, yeah, the soldier is the one that's closest to you. The boar is kind of further back as the soldier is running forward.
Okay. If that is the case,
Okay, so if that is the case, I am going to use one of my key points once again in order to cast, or not cast, but to use Water Whip. So a stream of water goes flying forward, and hopefully, what do I normally do for this? I forget now. Oh, they have to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Perfect.
Beat a 15, I believe. Yep.
Okay, I got a nat 20.
Mother fricker.
I'm really
Well,
sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. That's cool. We're Gucci over here. You know what I'm saying. You still take half damage.
Okay, perfect.
So that's something. Dang, I was hoping. So 7? No, 6.
No, we can go up. So we'll
Okay,
do
then
7
7.
damage. I tend to round up. So you go ahead and you do Water Whip, and it splashes forward and kind of flicks at it, and it hits the same wound that was already made by the arrow, and you see it kind of stutter step, and it is still running at you. And next up is Delphine.
Heck yeah. Okay, I would like to. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Oh, you're good.
And it's the sludge is technically not magic, right? Like it's
Yeah.
from a curse, but it's technically not magic.
It's not like a magic curse that someone casted on it. Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. Then I would just personally for our own sanity, and based on how everything has gone down today, I would like to touch Hazel and cast protection from evil and good on Hazel.
Oh, Hazel, do not forget your items that you got from Rick.
Oh, yeah.
And then with my movement, how close am I to the beast right now?
So y'all came into a 50-foot by 50-foot from the actual beast. I would say that you're probably 30 feet, and the soldier is probably gaining on you and is at, I think, like 15 at this point.
Okay, cool. I would just like to sidestep and move a little bit closer to Theris at this point. And then end my turn. Take my full movement and end my turn.
Perfect. So you move over, and you are close to Theris because Theris is probably at that 20 feet, and you could be like right next to him, and you are good there. And next up is the soldier that is running forward. And it's really focused on Barnaby because Barnaby did shoot through its leg and runs forward with its longsword in hand, which it kind of makes out of like a sludge, like it turns into like a sludgy metal like longsword that appeared. And it goes to hit. Ooh, it misses with a 10, but it has a second attack. And 19 hits, right?
That hits, yeah.
Okay. So it hits you with the longsword, and that is a 12 slashing damage.
I'll use Uncanny Dodge to have that to 6.
Okay, perfect. And then next up is actually the cursed beast behind it. And it starts running forward, and it moves. Let me find all the special stuff.
Wait, are there two things that we're fighting right now?
There's a cursed boary thing that you're assuming it's a boar spirit.
Oh, that's right.
And then the soldier. So the boar actually sees the water that came from Rialto and focuses on him. And starts running forward and goes to gore you.
Ooh, that's
because
fun.
it is close enough. And unfortunately, that also gives it the charge, which means that if it hits you with a gore attack, you take some extra damage.
Oh.
No.
We'll see how this goes. So it runs forward and it tries to gore you. And that is, with the first hit, it is, where's the number? 8 Don't think that hits you.
8 does not hit. That's good.
And then it has a second hit. And the second hit is a 13. Nope, that's 14.
No, 13 doesn't hit.
No,
or
you're
14 doesn't
good.
hit
Okay,
either.
perfect.
Woo!
So it
Damn.
It starts charging at you, and you see its tusk kind of form out of the sludge, and it goes to gore you, and you step out of the side and kind of touch and push off of it. Again, kind of going through a sludginess as you do that, and it twists back, but you're already in that backwards motion, so it misses you as it goes back with the other side of it. So you are good. You are safe. You did not get hit. And next up is Barnaby.
Oh, wait.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think it's
Oh wait, did I
Me.
miss Hazel? Oh, I'm sorry.
and
Hazel,
then
it's you.
I'm at the very end.
I was like, wait, I
Sorry,
don't think I'm up
sorry.
yet.
Just okay. The two other soldiers, are they dead, or dying?
They're not moving.
Basically, I have a thing where I can make zombies. So if they're dead, but it does say that I use my reaction to animate it. I don't know if that would be counted as my action, a bonus action reaction.
I'll just give it to I'll just have it be in one motion. Yeah. I
Okay.
think normally it's supposed to take but I'll give it to you.
Okay then. I would like to resurrect the two of them if I can, or just I can resurrect 3 people.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna take both of them up. Yeah.
if I can, if that's cool. It just yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's zombies. Yeah. It's
Okay. Then I'll have
Really cool.
I'll have 2 zombie friends then, please. I have to move towards them and be 10 feet within them.
Okay, so you moved towards them, and they were kind of closer to where the boar was standing, which was, I believe, I said about 30 feet from where you were. And so you go ahead and you get closer to them, and do you have that movement? 25. Do they need to be within 10 feet of you?
Yeah.
Okay. You moved far enough, and they're within.
Hey, Kat, you're wonderful, and I really like you.
I mean, it would still work either way. It would still work because if it's a reaction, they could do a dash action to get close enough and then use their reaction to animate.
Yeah, but she only moves 25 instead of, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I moved 25.
She's small.
She's small.
small.
I'm sorry, continue. I thought I understood.
A bubbly.
Math is
No, you're
hard.
good. That's why I had to double check. I was like, wait a second. I think she has a different speed.
Yeah.
But yeah. No,
I'm-
you're good there. And you can make 2 lovely zombie pals.
Okay. I assume I can't do anything with them this turn.
No,
I don't know
you're gonna
how
take this
actions-
time as they're coming up.
Yeah.
However, I do need to send you probably their details, right? So you can use them.
I think they're just. Oh no, they have 1 hit point, and I can just hit with them. That's it.
Love
Oh,
that.
What's
I
the
love
name of the
that.
spell?
Fungal infestation. It's part of my circle of spores.
Circle of spores.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I also realized I have other stuff that I completely forgot to use, but I'll
So
try to
wait, did you
remember.
just
Not
make
this
mold
round.
People.
Yeah.
Mold people.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You use the zombie stat block in the monster manual.
The what?
So just Google zombie 5e and it'll pop up.
Oh, okay.
And
Thank you.
that's their stat block. It's from 1 hour. Zombie's turn comes immediately after yours. It obeys your
Oh,
hunter
I don't think
commands
it's. I don't think it's this because it says like in the fungal infestation that they only have 1 hit point, and then the zombie stats have 22. So.
No. You use the stat block, but they just have 1 HP.
Oh.
For, like their
I
attacks
understand.
and
Yeah, if they have to like
Thank you.
save or anything.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Perfect. So they won't go right after you this time because they are still becoming a thing, but next turn you'll be able to use them.
Sweet. Cool.
And now it is Barnaby's turn.
All right. Okay, so we've got. Oh, the guys running. So the soldier's still right on top of me, right?
Yes.
What's smarter here? I do have 2-weapon fighting. Although I could just fire my crossbow, it's more damage, and I don't get disadvantage because I have crossbow expert. I guess I'm just gonna kind of like take my crossbow like under my arm like this and just try to fire off 2 bolts into this soldier right next to me.
Okay, really closely to you. Okay, so you try to tuck it back and shoot a crossbow at him as he's in your face. Sure. Go to hit.
Okay. The only reason I mechanically could do this is because of the crossbow expert
Yeah.
feat.
I was gonna say normally you couldn't, but I think you since you have that extra
range within 5 feet would normally be disadvantage. That's just a regular roll.
That one does not hit.
Dang. Okay. I'm gonna miss that one, and I'm gonna quick reload and try to pop another one into his stomach. Oh man.
Oh no.
Bad rolls.
So there is still a soldier right in front of you, and I would say just because he is right in front of you, you are kind of panicking and you're trying to move back, but not quick enough, and you're trying to do so many motions that they kind of just start shooting off, and they go right beside him each time. And then Rialto, you have a boar in front of you. The soldier is right in front of Barnaby, and what do you do?
Okay. I have the boar's in front of me, soldiers in front of me. Trying to think. How big is this boar? It's like really big, right?
It's like it's a really big one.
Okay. Let's see.
It's like the massive one that came in and attacked you at the camp.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, so I am going to try and attack the boar in front of me then, since that is the most important thing, I think, right now. Okay, so 2 normal attacks. Let's see, did the first one go? There's 1.
All right, that hits.
And there's 2.
That one missed.
13 probably doesn't hit, so let's do
Yep.
damage for the first one. Ooh, wow. Whopping 30
Oh
damage right there.
no.
I'm gonna hurt you. Let's see. So we'll do that, and then let's do.
That was an open-handed slap.
Let's do flurry of blows then. Let's do flurry of blows then, if that's going to be the case. I can make 2 more unarmed strikes if that's all Gucci. 1,
You use that key.
2.
That one
Use
hits.
that key.
And that one hits.
Woo.
Go. All right. So let's see if we can do some more damage. 4. Calm down, guys.
Hey, it adds up. It adds
Damn.
It does.
It does add up.
Let's see. 8, 1, 2, 3. That's 11 in total between all 3 hits. And
Perfect.
then just for fun, let's. Should I use all my key? Sure. Frick it. Why not? Let's do 1 more just so that we can stunning strike that last one. And then so
Wonderful.
it has to beat a con save of 15.
Okay. Nope. Got a 12.
Nice. So it is
Nice.
considered
Stun,
stunned
sucker.
until the end of my turn. Next one.
Wonderful. Your next round. Okay, so it takes the 11 points of damage. You are hitting it and you're bashing and you're not coming into contact with anything. You're actually just like throwing sludge everywhere with each punch, but you can tell that it's affecting this creature. So the sludge is being thrown across as you make punches. And all of a sudden it kind of tenses up, and the sludge, though still dripping, isn't like in a motion towards you or anything. So he is stunned in front of you. And next up is Delphine.
Okay, cool. The boar is stunned right now, right? That's correct. Okay.
Yep.
Can I? So we roll with advantage against them because they're stunned. I would like to use my bow to attack, but I would also like to use my sharpshooter feat if I roll high enough, because you can take a 5 penalty and add 10 to your total damage. So I will say that now so that both of my rolls are less than. I'm going to roll with physical dice. I don't trust roll 20 right now. 19 and a 10. 19 plus 6 is 25.
25.
Minus 5 would be 20, so that hits.
Okay.
So I would roll my damage, which is just 1d6 plus 3. 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 10 is 17 damage. To the boar.
Perfect. So, and you were doing that
Nice.
at the boar, correct?
Yes.
Sharpshooter's
yes.
awesome when it works and terrible when it doesn't.
That was wonderful. So you go ahead and you shoot at this stunned boar, and it kind of keeps splashing through. You even hit like a central shot, and Rialto, you kind of stay back, like you stare at this, and you're kind of shocked because you see the arrow go straight through, which you remember when you hit earlier in the camp, that when you reached and you like felt contact, but the arrow still went through here. So the arrow goes through and it takes damage and it just stays stunned right there.
Oh.
And next up is the soldier. Let me pull out my calculator because I'm done with math.
Soldier boy, tell him.
I was like, I'm good with keeping track of like one, but I have too many here. All right, so the soldier is here. The soldier is still right in front of Barnaby, and it starts swinging again with its longsword, and just starts flailing around and hoping for the best. Does it hit with a 15?
Meets it, beats it. So yep.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So that one you get hit for 13 slashing damage.
I'll use my uncanny dodge again to
Half it. 13.
It's
we'll
half
go
rounded up,
with
so it'd be 7.
7. Yep.
Yeah.
7 damage. And then the next one is a 15 hit.
That hits as well.
And that is 5 damage.
Okay.
Ooh. How's Barnaby looking?
He's about half health now. He's not supposed to be up in people's faces.
Spells. Can't wait to pick up healing spells next time we level up.
It's like he's a little bloody.
Yeah.
And then it is the boar who cannot move, and then it is Hazel.
Okay, so I realized that zombies get their own turns and they come after mine. Ooh. That's fine. So
oh, I thought you said that out loud. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Druids have so many things. So I would like to wild shape into a brown bear.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna do that. And then brown bears get multi-attack. So I'm gonna run to the boar. No, wait. So who's attacking Chrispy? The soldier?
So on Barnaby is the soldier, yeah.
Barnaby, sorry. Okay, I'll go to Barnaby then. And I'm going to do a bite and then use my claws. And it's gonna work. And I'm gonna figure out how to use it, how to roll this.
Like Barnaby's like tussling with this soldier and he goes, "Oh, bear cub."
Cub!
Leave him to die.
Yeah, I turn around immediately. So do I just use my like melee weapon attack?
There should be a stat block for the brown bear.
I have that up, but I don't know how. It just says melee weapon attack +5.
Yeah.
What would melee weapon attack be?
So you make a bite attack and a claw attack. So your claw is +5 to hit. So just roll a d20 and then add +5.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, sweet. Okay.
And then your hit damage is 1d8 +4 for the bite.
19.
That hits.
Nice.
Okay. So, wait. I'm biting right now. So 1d8.
1d4. Or I'm sorry, 1d8 +4.
11.
Yeah.
Roar.
You go and you clamp onto the soldier and just kind of rip, and you see its zombie-ish sludgy arm kind of fall as you tear at it with your bare jaw. And then your next hit is
I'm gonna claw him for a 16.
That just misses.
Oh, damn.
No.
Okay. Okay, so that's me done. Now it's zombies' turn.
Yep.
So they're gonna stroll over as well, and they're gonna just punch. That's all they do.
Just look horrified while this is.
Yeah.
Oh, not 20?
Oh!
Let's go. Okay, double
Zombie
damage.
crit swipe.
Crit.
Let's go zombie.
12.
Zombie.
All right.
Oh!
And that's just the first zombie.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you see the zombie just kind of start picking up and it starts rushing at this soldier and just kind of throwing its arms everywhere. And you see it just so luckily happens to catch the bottom jaw of the soldier and just you see it kind of knock backwards. It is very staggered and unsteady, but it's still up.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it should be, but it is.
Second zombie comes
Let's go,
barreling after for 20. Holy moly. For doing no damage last.
When you need them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck?
All right, your other zombie is running forward.
6 plus 1 for 3. Okay. Woo.
How would you like your zombie to end this soldier?
Oh hell yeah! I just want they're not the smartest things ever, so they're just literally just like flailing and like the soldier is just like slowly falling down, and they're just like pummeling it.
Just beating on it. All right,
But like kind of looking like they're very drunk at a rave. Like they're not really. They're just yeah.
there's some music going on with the zombie.
Yes.
All right, and they start beating it down into the ground, and the zombie is just smushed into the forest floor with these the soldier is smushed by the zombies into the forest floor. And now there is just the hateful spirit around.
Hi Barnaby. Well, actually, no. Hazel goes to
hateful spirit.
Hazel goes to
and I
comfort Barnaby, but it's like.
It's like a bear cub like biting at his legs. Like, what the hell just happened?
What?
That's too good. And let's see. This last move was when you stunned it. So the next end of your turn, right, is when the boar is unstunned or the creature is unstunned, Rialto? Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
Just
So
wanna
at,
make sure I'm
at the end of
counting
my
right.
turn. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So, Barnaby, it is now your turn.
All right.
Oh, and I think someone said they checked on Theris. Theris is just kind of stunned seeing his women being just destroyed in front of his eyes. So he's like standing back and kind of like crumpled to the ground, just seeing his men in pieces. But yeah, on that, Barnaby, it's your turn.
Let me pull up. Okay, so brown bear is a large beast. I'm gonna pull out a saddle and I'm gonna put it on.
You just have a
Hazel.
saddle?
Just cause.
Have
Flying
a
around.
saddle?
That's a have a
Hazel's
saddle.
gonna kill you in your sleep.
I was.
Pull out-
And you're gonna have
I'm gonna
like
pull out-
I am a pure gnome. I have no hate in my heart.
You're a
Growing.
brown bear. You're a large beast right now. I'm gonna put the saddle on the brown bear, and I'm gonna use my movement to jump up on the brown bear, and I'm gonna. Hazel's gonna be like my little attack brown bear, and I'm
You
gonna be
what?
shooting.
You what?
Attack.
You're little. It's brown. Yeah.
No, not little big brown bear attack bear. Yeah. And I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna get within 30 feet. Or no, I'm just gonna be in my saddle, and I'm gonna shoot at
I'm not gonna move.
the boar, the stun boar.
Okay, so you are currently riding Hazel
Oh my god.
and prompting her forward. You are running at this beast, this stun beast, and you are shooting
I'd
an
be
arrow
stunned
at it.
Yes.
That'd be stunned. Yeah, we're all stunned. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So it's stunned. So I get it. Do I get advantage? Do you get
You do
advantage?
get
Yes,
advantage. You do.
Oh, it's all attacks. Okay.
An advantage still riding on a very shaky bear. Like, I'll give it to you. I just want you to think about it.
Think about what you've done.
That's a
You've done
crit.
it.
That's 20.
That's a crit.
Oh, it is a D. Oh, it is a D20. Yeah, that's a crit. That's a nat 20.
Woo! This rabbit riding a bear is the best thing we've got to offer.
Oh This is the literally like this is Watership Down type shit. Like this is a rabbit.
Oh my God.
This is a brown bear cavalry, and there's a rabbit with a crossbow on the back. This is like some Warhammer fantasy
Oh my
universe
God.
stuff. Okay, so
I was so ready to like shut you down and be like, you don't have a saddle.
oh, it rolled.
Yeah, wait,
for
where did you get the
both.
saddle from again?
Why did it roll for both? That's weird. What is?
So that one's not with the sneak attack, right?
Yeah, so it like tried to auto calculate the crit damage.
We'll go with piercing damage because I think how they do crit in this is that it rolls again.
Yeah.
So if we do the piercing damage and we do 5 and then double 5, it'll be 10.
Okay, so it's 10, and then here I'll just roll.
This is
46.
ridiculous.
I'll just
Yeah, a
I'll
little.
I'll roll 4d6 for the sneak attack
Perfect.
damage. 4d6.
Do you get sneak attack
So-
while riding on a bear?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if
They
there's
couldn't
someone
see him
within
on the
5
bear,
feet.
obviously.
Well,
I'm
it's sneak
very
attack, but
fluffy.
Someone else is focusing them. If there's someone with 5 feet, I don't need to be hidden.
Okay.
So it's 14 times 2, which is 28, plus what was the piercing damage? 12. So 40 points of
yeah.
Rogues are the worst. I'm part of this, and rogues are
Wait,
suck.
Attack damage double? Your sneak
yeah,
attack
sneak
damage
attack
doubles?
damage.
It also doubles with a crit.
It
Jesus
doubles with the
Christ.
crit, yeah. So 40 points of
I'm
damage.
mad for you, Kat, and I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Also, I have another
TPKS.
shot. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, and okay. You made our GM leave, Chrispy.
And that was
It was a
the-
14 though. It misses. It's a
campaign.
14. I'm pretty sure it misses.
Yeah, it does miss. It does miss.
Oh man.
All right, so 40 points of damage.
I am the Barnaby Rabbit Cavalry, okay? I'm just on the back of a bear. Pew, pew, pew. It's like the picture of Abraham Lincoln, like the fake one, but it's just Barnaby
God.
instead. Could someone please draw that?
Oh my god.
Please, someone edit a rabbit's face. Like, please edit the character art onto that image. It'll be beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
My God. It is somehow still standing. It is trapped in the stunned
Somehow.
position. It has just been brutally hit with this crossbow, and with the force of a bear behind it, it kind of burst that arrow forward, catching it kind of from the side where it was not expecting, as it is focusing on Rialto, and you just see sludge pour out everywhere and kind of like explode from this creature. It is still standing there, but there's a mess of sludge around. And next up, is Rialto.
Yes, perfecto. Alrighty, so this creature is still stunned in front of me.
We
Let's
all are at this
do-
point.
Yes. I just trying to take in everything that was happening. Rialto kind of just shakes it off super quickly. Does 2 more unarmed strikes, both with advantage, if I'm not
Yep.
mistaken. Is there a way to roll it with advantage on here?
You just gotta roll twice.
Yeah,
I'll just
so
roll
it won't, I
twice.
don't think it does it naturally.
So there's 2. So that's for the first hit. Wow, that was 20. I don't know if that was a natural 20. No, that was a unnatural 20. So that's for the first hit, and then this is for the second hit.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So
Well,
yeah. So
you
3 damage
hit.
on the first one and 7 on the second.
all right. So you got 3 and 7, and you go ahead and you start punching into this. Again, keep going, and the sludge keeps kind of flying off with each punch. And you kind of reach in there, and you're not feeling anything there at this point, but you do realize, and is that the end of your turn?
I might use I might use patient defense real quickly to dodge as my bonus action.
Okay.
and use one more key point. But then I'm good. Just ready myself.
Perfect. So you go ahead and you dodge, and as you do that, you notice that the creature kind of releases from your stun, and in a very similar way as you've seen before, it does a heavy, and it tries to step forward towards you, but its legs kind of give, and it lays down, and you can feel that it's like heavy breathe, like this big sludgy creature is somehow like heavy breathing. And once again, Pim is there. And I think she kind of runs up because she saw Theris and she saw Delphine there. And she kind of puts her hand on Delphine and she goes, I think that's enough. It's not a danger to us anymore. I'm going to go help it. And she walks over to this beast that is laying on the ground, heavy breathing, and she goes ahead and she places her hand on it once again. And you see the sludge start to fade away, and you see another large magical boar with bigger tusk. It actually looks bigger than the one that you already fought. And it walks over actually to Rialto, who's right in front of it and dodged and kind of like on guard, and looks at him and then looks at all of you and doesn't necessarily headbutt anyone, but just kind of like bows and then starts walking away into the forest and leaving a trail of that shimmery white that you've seen. And it fades as it goes into the leaves.
Aww.
And Pim looks at all of you and she goes, I'm so sorry you had to fight, but thank you for letting me release it.
Pim, are you able to do your healing magic on this soldier? And Delphine kind of points to the soldier that's still like encased in sludge.
Yeah. And she kind of looks at the soldier and tries to understand, like look at it, because she's not as close with people as she is with animals. She is a druid. She is way more connected with the forest. And so she kind of starts looking over the soldier that is there. And she says, unfortunately, I think it's too late. They've passed. And it lays underneath these zombies, I assume, are still there.
Yeah.
Maybe still taking it out.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just beating it to a pulp.
No.
I was gonna say, zombies are pretty brainless. I don't know if they're still going.
Technically, I think until my next goal. Go.
Delphine will take one of her arrows and stab both of them with an arrow, like not even putting it in her thing. She'll just stab both of them.
Okay.
To take them out.
Okay. Perfect. So they both take that one hit of damage and they kind of crumple. And yeah, the soldier is and its armor is broken and just too much. And Theris is sitting there and he looks up, and though he normally has a very stone cold face, he almost looks like a very lost, scared child. And he goes, those were my men. They went out a week ago and we couldn't find them. But at least I have bodies to bring back now.
Delphine is gonna kneel down beside Theris and take one of his hands and go, I felt into the sludge. The sludge, this curse that's in this forest, feeds on anger and hatred. And the more that we come into this place with hatred, the stronger it gets. It's spreading. We passed a river that has sludge all along the bottom. We passed quicksand that had sludge all around the rim. When I touched it, I felt encased with an anger that I've never felt before. It frightened me. But I think that General Ronath is right. that the relic will help us bring peace to this forest and in turn bring peace to the town. And I think that at this point we have to work together instead of working separately. I know that you as a general and as a soldier are inclined to serve your people. But I think that helping the forest is serving your people at this point.
And he looks at you and his eyes kind of like sharpen a bit more, and he stands up and he puts his hand on you and he goes, I need to get back. I need to tell Ronith and the other men, I need to make sure that they don't bring more hate than that's needed. If that is the case, if you truly think that the relic is what's causing this destruction, if you think that we need that, if you think that our hatred or our anger between our people and the forest is what's causing this and making it worse and making me lose my men, I need to report back to Ronith.
Thereth, I need you to know that you cannot come into these woods alone and wander off, no matter how angry you are with the rest of us. I saw visions of you encased in this sludge. I saw visions of Ronith encased in this sludge. And I understand that you are a man of your word, and I understand that Ronith is a man of his word as well, but I am a woman of my word. So if we are going to do this together, we have to do it correctly.
And he looks at you and he understands, and he says, I'm sorry, I will do what I can to support you, and I will make sure that you stay safe, but I hope you understand. I need to bring these people back to their families. I need to report. I need to make sure that they're not making it worse on the outside than is already here. But I promise you, if I come back into these, and he looks around and goes, into this dangerous forest, this powerful forest, I will bring the right men, but I don't know if I can go forward, especially if there is that hate in me. I don't have the love for this forest that Pim does. I don't have the love for this forest at all. It has killed many of my men, and it's killed, and he pauses and he says, part of my family. And if I'm not safe right now, I can't go deeper into this forest. I need to make my way out, and I need to take my men with me.
Would you like assistance to the edge of the forest, Ferris?
And are any of you able to actually Pim stands up and she goes, I can make it through this forest without much cause for panic. I don't know if you've noticed, but none of the animals attack me. I've been okay, so I think I can run with Theris. If you all promise to try to stay as safe as you possibly can, I can run with him. I can help him back, especially if I wild shape. I can become something that can help him, protect him, and I'll be back as soon as I possibly can.
Hold on.
No.
Give me 1 second.
You can count on me to lead us around. We'll find the way.
Okay.
As I'm still on the back of a brown
On the
bear.
back
Yeah.
of the bear.
We're still
back.
very
Yeah, I
much
was
on the
about to
back of a
ask.
bear.
Yeah.
Can I send Buttercup with them?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to cast Find Familiar and send Buttercup with them.
Okay, perfect. So you go ahead, you cast that, and you clearly understand Buttercup, and Buttercup looks back at you and says, hey, little Deli, how's it going?
All right.
Forgot about that.
I need you to go with these fine folks and help them bring these and guide them. Follow Pim's lead. Pim knows these woods very well. And when the time is right, I need you to guide Pim back to us.
Absolutely. I'll help him as I can. Sorry to see you've lost some, but I'll be right back, Deli.
And he starts flying around Pim, and they start. You see her form into a bear just as Hazel was, and she forms into this large bear, and they are able to pick up their men, one woman, and put it on the back of this bear, and Theris walks beside her, and Buttercup flies around, and they start to walk off into the forest the opposite way of which you were going in the first place. And that is where we will end our session today.
Aww. If bears could cry, maybe they can cry, but I'm crying.
Oh man, that was
That was so fun.
Oh,
But yeah, I hope no one has a heavy heart or anything. Everything's great. Everything's good.
No, everything's great.
Out on the back of a brown bear with a crossbow.
Barnaby, if you could not try and kill Hazel next time, that'd be great.
Amazing. I loved how many times that you tried.
Hazel is Barnaby's best friend now. Okay?
I know.
Yeah, 100%. Hazel might not feel that way. But
Hazel
Barnaby
might not. I
100%.
think the only like twinklings of anger Hazel feels in her little pure body is toward Barnaby.
yeah, I'm gonna become the big bad evil guy because there's hatred finally
Watch Hazel
becoming
get
in my
taken
heart.
over by the hate.
It just
And it's
only
only
attacked
going for
me.
Barnaby.
It'll be Crispy's fault.
Oh no.
Yeah, so there's that session.
Oh,
That
it was
was-
so
So glad the
good.
chickens got to come back.
Amazing.
Same.
United chickens.
Ugh.
I loved using Dimension Door. That was really fun.
That was so good.
Expecting you to
Gotcha,
use
good.
that. I didn't even know
That
you
was
had
really
access to.
good.
Yeah.
Also, the one moment of Rialto like actually breaking and being like,
Yeah, that was so good.
Listen, I was gonna like cup his face, but I knew we're not close enough yet. And Delphina's so like royal that she didn't want to disrespect him. So she was just like, I'll just hold his hand, I guess.
This is good. This is fun.
Aw.
I just love how Barnaby keeps making decisions based
my
off
God.
like the like on paper it sounds maybe okay, but in
the
reality like it's just nothing. Like, oh, I need an anchor. Okay, Hazel, like not a tree.
I love
Hazel.
the chaos.
Yeah,
Makes me
it's
think of
just
my
like
feet.
there's good intentions. It's just
Yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I just love seeing everybody's reactions when stuff happens. We will do one final self promo. So I'm Louise Hannah, literally everywhere across the internet, on every social media. I'm going to be streaming, I believe, Kingdom Hearts tomorrow. I'm in the end game of it, even though I still have 4 games left somehow. But it's finishing soon, I think. So yeah, that's me, Jude.
Hello, it's me, your local chaotic bisexual. My pronouns are they, she. You can find me 3 to 4 times a week over at Mermaid Royal, playing a variety of games. I am playing Pokemon Snap this Tuesday, and then playing some DBD and Among Us later in the week. I played Delphine, and it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Crispy.
Hi, what's up, guys? I play Barnaby. I'm Crispy Gameplay across all platforms, social media, etc. Crispy Gameplay and Twitch. Currently, I'm streaming Resident Evil 8. Gonna finish that up probably. What time is it? Probably tomorrow. It's a little late. Start streaming now. And also finishing up Pokemon Snap and starting Mass Effect Legendary Edition this week. So busy week, and our Thursday DVD slot as well. So very busy week. Very words are hard. Very busy week.
Yes.
Anyways, next.
Dan.
Hi there. So my name's Dan, aka Daydreamer Dan. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I've been trying to figure out some technical and also like work issues, so I haven't really streamed this past week, but I'm hoping to come back this Wednesday with some DBD, and then I'll be back on my grind of trying to figure out what other games I'd like to play as a variety streamer. You know how much fun that is. But yeah, I'll be hopefully back this Wednesday at around... Oh, I'm on the East Coast now, so I got to try and figure that out. But at some point around 6 p.m., 6 or 7 p.m. EST. And then, yeah, you can find me at Daydreamer Dan. And my pronouns are he, him. Sorry about that. And yeah, Daydreamer Dan on most socials. If you can't find me, there's probably an underscore after that. But yeah.
That's me.
And last but not least, Kat.
Yeah, I'm Kat or Cat Scratch. I am also a variety streamer here on Twitch. We got a lot of cozy chaos on my side. I believe tomorrow I am playing Raft with Luxy Games and Ashley Roboto, so that should be absolutely chaotic and a mess. And then also the rest of the week I have some Among Us happening and some DBD as well. And in the future, I might be convincing myself very slowly to play Resident Evil 8, and I'm the biggest baby known in the world. I am Cat Scratch with 2 H's on literally everything. I think I have it. And yeah, I'm probably funniest on Twitter and TikTok. So
yes, so go follow literally everyone because they're all incredible. And I think that's it from us. Oh, we also Stories Told has a Patreon and a Discord if you would like to go hang out on other places and support us in other ways. I think that's it. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, your weekend, and we will see you same time, same place next week. Yeah. Bye, everybody.
get ready for more mayhem.
Yes.
Bye.